Streaming should be good. All right, and we are back. Second. Jesus.
Oh, and we are live, folks. Yes,
All right.
we're back. Apologize for that. We thought we were going having some technical difficulties with OBS today, but welcome back. I'm Benny Silk here with Lorenzo, and we will be calling the Chiefs-Texans game here for you today. Currently, the Chiefs were able to get right down the field, make it a 3-0 game. It was a kickoff return, a long kickoff return for the Chiefs that got them already in field goal position. After that, it was a 3-and-out for the Chiefs. Texans defense were able to hold them off, and it's as the Texans get the first down on this drive. It was just a good play for the. It was a good drive for the Chiefs. They were able to get points. That good kickoff return got them in position, and even though they weren't able to execute an offense, they were able to get it done.
It's true. It's a little uncharacteristic for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense. I mean, you see these guys flying down the field every play, getting 10, 20 chunk yard plays, and they couldn't. Deep shot down the field, caught at around the 40-yard line.
Schultz is going to catch it. Ooh. What a play. Look down for a second.
What?
And the Texans.
Striking hard here. A little route by Schultz, looking like he's going to run a corner and goes right back to a post. Completely beat number 6. I mean, what an amazing route and an even better throw from C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, and what a play by the Texans. C.J. Stroud executing. Has not done the best in offense as of late, but right there, that's just how he has to play today. And there's a chance the Texans may play pretty good. There's a good chance they have to win. I'll tell you how in a second. But it's Stroud, hands it off to Mixon. Going. Stopped by the Chief defenders around the 30-yard line, and they were already in field goal range. What a drive by the Texans. And the way the Texans could win today is the Chiefs have been off since December 25th, since Christmas. And besides, basically all their backups played against the Broncos a few weeks ago, so they've basically been off. So they've been resting, and the Texans have been playing football. Sometimes it's good to keep playing instead of stopping, as Texans may be more prepared. They also may have taken time to prepare for the Chiefs, but C.J. Stroud's going to hand it off to
Dameon Pierce.
Pierce there.
Got around 2 or 3 yards on the play. But no, just as Benny said right there, this team hasn't played in almost a month. They haven't played since Christmas, which in some ways it could be a good thing, but in others it definitely could be a negative. You could be rusty. You could not be at your full potential. Although you are rested and healthy, the downside of that is you haven't played football in a month. Let's just tell it what it is. And I believe the first drive we just saw from the Chiefs is seeing them not play in a month.
Yeah. So that's a kickoff returner, of course. But yeah. All right, so Texans back lined up. C.J. Stroud in position. Stroud back to throw. Throws it and finds Nico Collins. Up in the middle, and it's going to be a first down. The Texans, they could get a touchdown out of this drive. What a game, and these guys played each other a few weeks ago. It was the Chiefs who won this one, but looking back to past playoff matchups, it was back, I don't know the exact years, a few years ago. The Texans this was back with Deshaun Watson, the Texans took a 24-0 lead, and then in just the second quarter, the Chiefs marched all the way back to make it a 28-24 game at halftime. Then the Chiefs went on to win 51-31. But Stroud back hands it off to Mixon.
2-yard gain on the play.
Yeah.
Nothing much there. But yeah, as Benny said, I mean, this is how I expected the first Chiefs drive to go. We saw a little bit glimpse of it with the kickoff return, but it just completely stalled out. 2 straight incomplete passes, a negative rush on first down. Just not going so well today. And the Chiefs defense is looking definitely out of the ordinary. I mean, this is a very tough defense. Steve Spagnuolo, defensive backs are unbelievable. And to let up 2 big plays in a row to Dalton Schultz and then Nico Collins for a first down on 3rd and 3, just uncharacteristic.
All right, so the Texans line back up. Stroud back to throw. And incomplete pass to Nico Collins, blocked by Trent McDuffie. And it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Definitely say dangerous throw. I mean, he got his hands on that, almost a pick six. Could have been even worse.
Yeah.
Just be lucky that that was an incomplete pass and it wasn't an interception. Kind of shifts your momentum completely. Oh my God, he was right off the finger of his tips. Wow.
Nico Collins this year, he's improved a lot from what he's been in the past. It was a laugher that when my friend in fantasy that knows nothing about fantasy took him 3rd overall as like a weirdo player, but he's actually turned out to be the solid wide receiver this year. Stroud back to throw. Scrambling. He's going to keep it. And goes out of bounds. It looks like he's going to gain maybe 1 yard, but it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like Fairbear is going to come out to try to tie it up.
Stroud looks to be limping a little bit. That could be something to watch later on. I think he got hit in the foot as he was going out of bounds. Just had nowhere to go. Nico Collins was doubled up.
Nico Collins was a little open, though, but yeah, it was not much.
I think the biggest concern for Texans fans right now is what's going on with C.J. Stroud. That didn't look too good at all.
So this is going to be a 30-yard attempt for Kaimi Fairbear. Kick is up, and we've got a tied game. So 3-3 is your score as Texans, they're not letting the Chiefs pull away just yet, tying it up at 3.
Karlaftis got a very good shot on C.J. Stroud's ankle there. Definitely something to look out for. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, and we are back at Arrowhead Stadium with a 3-3 tie with 8:41 left in the first quarter. So far, we've seen a little bit of domination on both sides. Chiefs, not so much. We saw their kick return unit was especially great for a huge 60-plus yard return, and offense stalled out. And then we saw C.J. Stroud at the end of that drive get hit in the ankle, and he seems to be groaning on the sideline right now. So definitely a little bit of concern for some Texans fans in general.
So to kick it away, Kaimi Fairbear and Pierce is going to return it for the Chiefs. It looks like they're going to officially stop him. He's still up, but they're going to stop him at 30. So out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this past season, they they've played good football, but all their games have been close. Towards the end of the season, like again, that game against the Steelers, that they're able to win by 19. But the Chiefs are a questionable team. That even though they're 15-2, their record doesn't show. That record doesn't really show how good they really are. As yeah, they haven't been able to get it done. But Mahomes is gonna hand it off to Pacheco there. It's gonna be a few yard gain there.
But yeah, I definitely agree with what Benny said. A lot of these games, if you look back at the Broncos game, it was 14-16. The Broncos were on the 25-yard line, just about to kick a game-winning field goal with about 8 seconds left, and they blocked it. So how often does that happen? You have the first or second game of the year against the Ravens, where they won by literally 2 inches. If Isaiah Likely would have got his foot down just an inch more over, that game would have went to overtime, and who knows, they would have lost. As Isaiah Pacheco takes the carry for just about negative. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Same thing with the Chargers, Chiefs. It was Chargers Chiefs when it was a double doink and then it goes in. Same thing with Panthers game. It wasn't just the fact that the Chiefs were that close to the Panthers, and just impressive by the Panthers, but also Chiefs should be winning that game by a bit more. A 15-2 team, really 15-1 team. They should be doing better.
Absolutely. Patrick Mahomes takes the snap, looks back, and the play is blown dead by what I assume is going to be a false start. And it will be. Chiefs will be set back 5 more yards.
So let's see who this is on. Yes, a false start on the offense, and it's going to be number 74 of John Taylor. So
we've seen him get penalized a lot for these false starts before, especially last year or the year before. He was lining up much, much farther behind the offensive line, and a lot of people were criticizing it, saying that he should be flagged for every play, but I guess he got away with it for a while there.
Yeah, and he has the most penalties since 2023 at 31.
Crazy.
Yeah. So Mahomes back to throw. Finds no one there. Looks like it was attempted to Kelsey, maybe Hopkins, but
there's a flag on the play. Could be on.
Looks like it's gonna defense.
Wow.
So Chiefs fashion, they are gonna get the first down.
They got a roughing the passer on Will Anderson Jr. We saw as he threw that ball to Kelsey, he got I wouldn't say a late hit from what I saw, but we'll take a look right now just to see where he came from and how late it was. Coming off on the right side, ball comes out. What do you think about that? I don't really agree with that call.
I don't know.
It was head to head.
But
I don't know. It was a split second from when he threw the ball to when he got hit. I don't know. Very questionable, but penalty stands as it is.
Yep. All I can say is refs do love the Chiefs.
That's true.
All right. Lining back up, and
timeout is called on the field, or something's going on.
Some movement, or I don't know.
We see Will Anderson on the sideline pleading his case with his coach. Understandably so. I mean, I feel like these roughing the passer calls have gotten a lot more soft over the years, which I understand they're trying to keep them safe, but he did get him head to head there, but it wasn't that bad.
So Mahomes back to throw. Finds Kelsey, and it's caught. So, Kelsey, it looks like it's going to be down around 30-yard line. We'll see exactly where they mark it. But Mahomes, Kelsey is able to get open, make himself open, and catches it before he goes out of bounds. And now the Chiefs are driving right down the field.
And that's just a nice little corner out there by Kelsey. Got away from the defenders, sailed the inside, and then went right back out. Kind of had him on his toes. He was open, had about 2 yards of separation there, but couldn't get upfield.
So Mahomes back, and the Chiefs back lined up about the 30-yard line is where the ball's going to be hiked. Mahomes back to throw to Hopkins, but it's going to be dropped incomplete. Guarded by Stingley Jr., but still an incompletion.
The ball was definitely thrown behind him a little bit too far. I guess it was trying to run a slant there, and I guess we're going back to the roughing the passer call here. So I definitely understand why they called it. I think it was a little soft, but in big games like these, he made no contact. You see? Hit him right in the chest area. I don't think.
Yeah, he threw the ball. I don't know.
He did throw the ball. Anyways, it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Chiefs' 28-yard line now.
Chiefs line back up. Mahomes in the shotgun. In at running back, you have Kareem Hunt and number 1. Back to throw. Mahomes.
Oh,
And
what a
it's gonna be
catch!
Hot.
Xavier Worthy?
Yes.
Yes.
Xavier
Oh my
Worthy.
God.
In and as the running back. Got me confused there. Xavier Worthy cost me a few fantasy games this year. And then he does good when I bench him.
Yeah,
What a catch, yeah.
it was a little bit of a wobbler, it kind of looked like, coming out of Patrick as he got hit when he threw it, but that ball just landed right into his arms. What a great scheme, though. That's good. And you said he lined up as the linebacker, or running back,
Yeah.
sorry.
Like, there's no running back one. Thinking back of McKenzie a few years ago in the Chiefs. Mahomes. Fake handoff to Worthy. Now to Worthy.
Oh!
It's going to be taken down by Will Anderson Jr., making it 2nd and goal. What a play by Will Anderson Jr. and the Texans defense. They did what they needed to do there, making it 2nd down and losing a few yards there.
I mean, just a big loss. So you can't have these negative plays when you're so close, especially in 2nd and goal. I mean, he's losing about 5 to 6 yards there. I guess he's getting back for that roughing the passer call. Ooh. No, we got him down. A little bit of the pull on the jersey there, but it's legal.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Right around the 17 yard line, 18 maybe.
Mahomes back to throw. Keeps it. And that does not. Tries to gain a few yards using his legs, but gets nothing there. So making it 3rd and goal. So Mahomes, he looks, sees no one open, decides to keep it, and then tries to just take the ball, gain a few yards.
And this is the same thing we saw with the first drive. I mean, just negative plays. You're so close to a field goal, you try to get fancy with a little end around to Xavier Worthy after we just had a huge gain. There you go. Now you're back up 6 yards. Now you have nobody open on this play. Either you try and throw it away, you tried to ran into 3 defenders. So now you're looking at 3rd and goal from around the 19-yard line.
Mahomes back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Attempted pass to P-Line, the running back.
Just stunning from this defense. I mean, you let up that big play to Worthy, you let up that big play to Travis Kelce. You're kind of on your toes here. You're thinking, wow, these guys are about to score, especially after that Worthy play. I mean, you got super close. You're on the 15-yard line right there, and it's 1st and goal. You get back-to-back negative plays on the 3rd play right here. Just so much pressure in his face. It looked like a little screen they were trying to set up as Harrison Butker comes on for a 36-yard attempt.
It's going to make it all field goal game, 6-3. It's up, it's good, and Harrison Butker gets it for the Chiefs. Now going to be up 6-3, and Texans last week, their defense came to play against the Chargers after being down 6-0. They were able to get it done, and we're seeing this early. Not as much so, but with as the Chiefs have still scored points, but the Texans defense have been playing the Chiefs tough as they've been able to do what they need to do to stop Mahomes, and if they keep doing that, they have a good chance to win this game.
I mean, we've seen this all year from them. Last week, the Texans got off to a very slow start. You had a fumble, then you had a pick thrown by C.J. Stroud. The Chargers got set up in very good territory on about 3 straight drives, but they just couldn't capitalize on it. So this Texans defense is not a joke. It's nobody to play with. You have Derek Stingley, you have Will Anderson, you have a few others. I mean, this defense is just great. We saw what happened last game. Derek Stingley got around 2. How many picks was it? 2?
I think
Might have
2 or
been
3.
2 or 3.
Herbert threw 4.
He did throw 4. So I think it might have been 2 or 3. But give or take, I mean, that's still a very good quarterback, and making him throw around 4 picks is still crazy. So we'll see what this Texans defense can do. Offense is going to come back out and see if they can either match a field goal or get a touchdown to put them up by 4 points.
Yeah. So based on what's happened so far, what's your final score prediction?
Final score prediction, that's a good one. I feel like this game will pick up a little bit within the next 10-15 minutes. So I think we're going to be in for a very good game here. I think it will be 24-21 Chiefs.
Yeah, and I think going into this game, I had Chiefs taking this one 27-13. But how the Texans defense have been playing, I think it's going to be a bit closer. I think the Texans are going to tie it up at 6 in the next drive. I think we're going to have a 13-all game at half, making it a 20-all game. And then I think it's going to be think it's going to be 27-20 Chiefs.
I agree. No, this Texans defense has definitely come to play, especially after letting up such a big chunk kick return on the first play of the game. I mean, any defense, whether you're the Chiefs, you're the Texans, Chargers, whoever it might be, that's very demotivating. The Bills, I mean, you let this guy run up the field 60 yards right at the 15, 20-yard line. Coming out to that, it's very hard to stop a touchdown from being scored, but they ended up doing it, and again, they stopped him on another very good play. I mean, it's the negative plays with this game so far. They can't escape them. It's their own things. You had the false start, then you had a sack, then you had an end around that went for like -6 or 7 yards. You just have to stop getting cute. Do what you know what you're doing. You've won 3 Super Bowls in a row for a reason. Or 2.
Hopefully not 3.
Yeah, hopefully not 3. I'm not a big fan. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I don't hate them, but hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick of seeing the Chiefs. Let the Bills or even the Ravens make it.
Absolutely.
Or Lions.
I'd like for the Ravens or the Lions.
Yeah. Lions, definitely. But to kick off, Harrison Bucker. And receiving for the Texans. Kneeing it in the end zone for a touchback. It's going to be, looks like number 15. Number 15 for the Texans. I'm going to get a name for you in a second. But 15 needs it in the end zone for a touchback. He's not on this roster, so never mind. We won't be getting a name. But oh yeah, last time we were out, C.J. Stroud was limping off the field, and now he comes back out. So it looks like he's good to play. It's gonna be 1st and 10 for the Texans, and C.J. Stroud, how he played on that first drive up to the end of it. If he could just keep doing that, then I think they could possibly win this game. But we'll see what C.J. Stroud shows up today, as that pass is going to be incomplete to number 19 of
McDuffie's that?
Xavier Hutchinson, and it's going to be blocked by
Who do you think? Trent McDuffie. He is all over this field. This is the second time we've seen him just completely break up a pass. The first one could have been a pick 6, but couldn't get the ball into his hands here. But today, the game's been going on for about 12 minutes, and he has 2 pass breakups already. Unbelievable.
Hands it off to Mixon. There goes Mixon. Ooh. That's going to gain about 7 or 8. And Joe Mixon has carried this team a bit throughout this year as well. And despite the Texans not playing best performance on offense, C.J. Stroud didn't do the best for those who had him in fantasy this year. Texans still had 9 wins, and a lot of that had to do, besides the defense, had to do with Joe Mixon.
Thinking right here, you have to be short. You can't try and scheme up a big play here. You just want to get the first down. You're on your 40-yard line, and it's caught. Ooh, right around midfield. That's a good number. Nico Collins again. Wow. He's all over this game so far.
Nico Collins, a top receiver, along with Stingley Jr., and he's just been able to do what... Nico Collins is the top receiver, losing Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs for this team. Nico Collins has been able to do what he needs to do for this team to win.
He's definitely been a good... he's definitely shown up ever since Tank Dell got hurt. C.J. Stroud motions number 19, Hutchinson. It's going to be run, and just gets around 1 or 2 yards on the play after he gets stopped by Drew Tranquil.
So a gain of a couple there, and just looking at the Texans' losses, Nico Collins was out a few weeks too, and that's when Tank Dell, who was out last season, that's really when he showed up, and then when Tank Dell got injured, Nico Collins now doing the same thing, showing up.
Yeah, and you lost a big key to your offense too. Week 8, you lost Stephon Diggs, tore his ACL. He's still a very good receiver. He's getting older, but last 6 years, he's just been absolutely incredible.
C.J. Stroud back to throw, and attempted to Hutchinson. It's going to be incomplete, making it 3rd and 8. The Chiefs defense showing up there as it's 3rd and 8, and gotta gain 8 yards here. Route finding Nico Collins in the middle, just a short route, something to gain 8 yards, trick up the Chiefs defense. That is something that Texans need a game plan, figure something out good here.
Absolutely. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 from around the 48-yard line. Takes a snap, looking back. Pressure in his face, and he's going to go down right around the 40.
Jones gets to C.J. Stroud, and it's going to be 4th down, and most likely they're going to punt it away.
The All-Pro comes in once again. What's new with Chris Jones? He's unbelievable. There's a reason he held out for so long, and it's because he deserves that money. Right here, takes him out of any chance of getting any field goal, as it was. Gets right off the side. Number 57, Fisher, had absolutely no chance and just completely taken down for a very good loss, around 10-something yards. We'll be on to punch it away. It was a 12-yard loss officially.
All right, so now it's going to be Tommy Townsend to punt it away. And going back, it looks like to return it, it's going to be number 81.
Step that on around the 25-yard line.
Nico Ego? I don't know. Like
Just a little bit of a random guy.
Yep. Haven't really seen him in the game that much for the Chiefs, but there he goes there. And Chiefs and Mahomes come right back out. So as we go to commercial break, we'll be right back in a second.
Okay, I'll start it off and then you just go ahead. All right, and we're back. It's going to be 1st down with Chiefs. Number 6 on the Chiefs, who's going to be...
Brian Cook.
Brian Cook is going to be going to the medical room up inside the locker room. As you can see, we've added the stats up on the board so you can see. Oof, what a hit.
But over there, it's going to be 3rd down now. The Chiefs, now it's 3rd down. 2 non-good plays for the Chiefs, making it 3rd down for them. And the Texans defense showing up still. We got 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Chiefs line back up. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Only able to gain 3 yards on those last 2 plays. And Mahomes on the bench.
Looks like the quarter's going to be ending right here.
Yeah. It's going to be 6-3. That's the end of the first quarter. Chiefs up 6-3. We'll be right back in a moment.
All right, and we're back at Arrowhead Stadium. This Texans defense has been absolutely electric. Versus Josh Allen, he went 9 for 30 with a 30% completion rate. Versus the Lions, threw 2 picks. This is no defense to play around with Will Anderson coming off the edge, Derek Stingley in the secondary. It is unbelievable as we face a 3rd down and 7 from around the 25-yard line.
So we got Mahomes back in the shotgun with Pearson is the running back. Back to throw. P1 in is the running back. Mahomes decides to keep it and runs it. And he'll run it up to the 40-yard line, making it 1st and 10 around the 40. What a play by Patrick Mahomes using his legs. He executes and get it done there, giving the Chiefs much good field position there.
I mean, are we surprised this is Patrick Mahomes we're watching here? He avoids the pressure from Will Anderson, who we just talked about, gets to the edge, and nobody is catching him. What an amazing run, especially on such a crucial 3rd down. You give this Texans team the ball back, who knows what they could do with it.
So it's now 1st and 10 up at the 40 for the Chiefs. Worthy in the backfield. Mahomes throws it slightly to Worthy, and Worthy's going to run it for the 1st down around the 50-yard line. Mahomes to Xavier Worthy.
I mean, earlier, this has just been a great concept having Worthy in the backfield. And this is what I mean by don't get too cute. You throw a nice little screen. You have your tight end blocking the cornerback. You just let Worthy get upfield. Number 88 comes out. Number 23 comes out to block, and it's just gone. He gets about 13 yards on the play. It's another 1st down right around the 48, 47-yard line.
It's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 50. Chiefs getting down the field. Mahomes hands it off to Kareem Hunt there. About 5. We'll see where they mark it. And Xavier Worthy has an NFL Combine record of 4.21, 40-yard dash. Pretty impressive. He was the 28th overall pick. Bills could have had him, but they gave him up to the Chiefs. Then he goes off against the Bills, of course. And he was the first wide receiver drafted by the Chiefs in 13 years. Interesting fact.
The second that we saw the Bills trade away to get a lower pick than what they could have got with Worthy, you just knew what was going to happen.
And Mahomes throws to Hunt. They are basically now at the exact same spot as where the play started, making it 3rd and 4, actually gaining a couple. And it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, Xavier Worthy has just been great. He's not been the most amazing receiver, but he's come up in big moments. As we could say earlier, that amazing catch, and we just saw him on a screen for about 13 yards. Patrick Mahomes is about going to be 3rd and 4 with 12 minutes and 30 remaining in the second quarter. Going to be right around the 43-yard line. Patrick Mahomes takes the ball, looking to his left, and sacked right around the 50-yard line. And he is down.
Who else? Will Anderson Jr. So, Will Anderson Jr. taken, if you didn't hear that, who else? Will Anderson Jr. Will Anderson Jr. was someone who was taken 3rd overall after the Texans took C.J. Stroud 2nd overall in the 2023 draft? Yes. Yes, 2023 draft. All drafts blur to me at this moment. 2023 draft, they made the move and traded up to get Will Anderson Jr. and taking them back to back, and that's not too shabby. That was a good move by the Texans. They both went on to win Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year and have gotten the Texans to the playoffs in their first 2 seasons. So it's going to be a 3-and-out for the Chiefs, and they're going to punt it away, and the Texans will be taking over. Ball goes to Robert Woods, but it goes in for a touchback.
Should have seen his reaction on the return. He started pumping his fists up in the air there. But no, as he said, I mean, Will Anderson has just been all over this game. I think right after he got that 15-yard penalty, he definitely has a chip on his shoulder now to prove what's up.
Let's talk about a little bit of a crazy stat. And fact is, Texans, if they win this game, they go to their first ever AFC Championship game. But the Chiefs, they're trying just to go to their 7th in a row. Not a big deal for the Chiefs. And if the Texans winning this game would mean a lot more to them than the Chiefs winning this game. But Texans, this is the 2nd year they're in this divisional round. Last year they lost to the Ravens 34-10. It was a 10-10 game and a half. The Ravens just dominated in the second half, winning 34-10. And the Chiefs, as you all know, they went all the way to the Super Bowl and won, where they beat the 49ers 25-22 in overtime. And they're trying to three-peat for the first time. And we're going to get to playoff predictions some point today. Not yet, but what was another cool thing that you saw that Mahomes could potentially tie today?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is just unbelievable. Mahomes with his 16th playoff win, if they win today, it would tie Joe Montana for 2nd all-time. And the way that the Chiefs have been playing for the last 10 years even, we know that record will be broken anytime now. But to see such a young player still, I mean, he's not old. He's nowhere near being old. To be 2nd all-time with Joe Montana, that is just ridiculous.
Yeah, most definitely. And so you see the Chiefs winning this game. What do you see happening tonight in the Lions-Commanders game?
That's a very good game, and honestly, I believe that the Lions will prevail through that. You have Jaden Daniels, who's an amazing quarterback, very great young quarterback. He can scramble, get out of the pocket, make plays on the run. I just don't believe with the absolute super team that the Lions are that anyone on offense or defense can stop them. You have Jahmyr Gibbs, you have David Montgomery, you have Jared Goff. Tight ends, you have a great offensive line. Your defense is unbelievable. Brian Branch. You have all these players playing lights out. These guys turn this franchise from a team that won 2 games a few years ago to a team that has won over 14. I mean, it is ridiculous the change.
So we are back, and I'll just go through mine quickly. I think, the Lions, just too impressive. I think the Commanders, they could start the game promisingly, going up 7-0, but it's going to be Lions that just dominate after that. I think it'll be 28-10. Commanders make it a little bit closer than 34-21, but it's going to be a good game. Stroud hands it off to Mixon, and he's going to win it, and he's going to get the first down. What a play by Mixon, running it and getting the first down. Mixon found the opening, and he's got the first down. And Joe Mixon, if you don't know who Joe Mixon is, he's the running back, but before he was on the Texans, he used to be a key factor in the Cincinnati Bengals offense, someone who I guess we could say they missed a bit today, but I think he's improved even more on the Texans this year. He's had some bad games, but has also had some very good games. So Joe Mixon is the guy that could be pretty good or pretty bad, depending on the game. But CJ Stroud's going to hand it off to Mixon. Rough one there, as it's going to be 2nd and 10, gain of nothing there.
Good.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Texans, as the Stroud's Texans line back up CJ Stroud in shotgun formation. Shotgun back to throw.
Oh.
That's going to be incomplete. Attempted pass to number 14 of
Jared Wayne, a nice, fresh receiver. He's showing some very good promise here, but right there he just kind of fell. He kind of had a little step there, just tripped up. I'm sure this grass is a little bit slick, but just things are not going their way right now.
And that will make it 3rd and 10 for the Texans. Wayne now out of the game after that play. And he's an undrafted free agent, for those of you that don't know. It's his first season with the Texans. Back out there, Menchie the third. CJ Stroud back to throw. Keeps it. He's going. Gets the first down. Gets more to the 50. And he's going to go down to the 40 from 140 to the other. So that's going to make it 1st and 10 for the Texans. What a run by CJ Stroud.
They brought 5 up to pressure. It just kind of leaves everyone around. The linebackers kind of apex out. And there you go. You just have such a wide open field to run down. Makes one defender miss. And he's just completely out of there. These are the plays that the Texans need to consistently make. Either if it's once in a blue moon, once every few plays, but you need to consistently be able to run and scramble. This defense loves to rush. They love to play heavy coverage, and you got to take advantage of that every time you can.
So the Texans line back up. Handed off to Mixon, CJ Stroud, and looks like it's Chris Jones. No, 91, not Chris Jones. Looks like Chris Jones. 91 of the Chiefs gets right on to Mixon. Only allows him to gain a couple. And it's going to be of Derek Nadi. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I mean, last year, you're going to tell it what it is. CJ Stroud was just an unbelievable quarterback. He's the 6th quarterback to win a playoff game in each of his first 2 seasons, which he may be the youngest all time to do that. It is just ridiculous from what we're seeing with this young quarterback. As he takes the snap on 2nd and 6, going to hand it off to Joe Mixon, and that is just a negative play. I believe he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's 2 plays in a row where they didn't get anything. Now you're facing a 3rd down and 5 in pretty good field positioning, but your last 2 plays haven't gone that well.
So here, what CJ Stroud did a few plays ago, you gotta see something like that, or maybe Nico Collins getting open, or they're pretty much out of receivers, losing Diggs and Dell. But there's other guys like Mentry the third, and then that other guy as well. Back to throw,
And he's sacked. Oh my God.
Number 90 gets CJ Stroud. Doesn't give him a chance to throw at all of Charles Omehula. A lot of confusing names.
You're bringing up the linebacker right here. He's going to come through. He apexes right back out to number 33, the running back. That ball comes out, and he's just down. This Chiefs defense loves to bring their linebackers. It's one of their key parts of their games. You don't know whether or not they're coming with the linebacker or they're apexing him out back into defense. And a lot of the times they bring him. But on the few times that they don't bring him and they put him back into coverage, it's unbelievable. The quarterback doesn't know what's going on. It's Fairbairn Misses a kick from 55 yards.
Come on,
Oh.
Bear. No good. A no good field goal. Kind of thought that wasn't going to be a good from the beginning. Just the snap, just something didn't look right there, and it goes off to the right, and as another ad comes onto the screen, it's going to remain a 6-3 all field goal game with 7:01 left in the second.
We'll be right back after this.
Alright, so, Lorenzo, so you got the Lions winning, so, let's go to the Bills-Ravens tomorrow. That's gonna be the game of the week, and I could see the team taking it, but I don't know who you got first.
I'm going to tell it what it is here. The Ravens beat the bricks off of the Bills early on this year. That was at home, and that was very early on before the teams found themselves and before Buffalo went on a great win streak there. But you have in the backfield for the Ravens, you have Derrick Henry, you have Lamar Jackson, unbelievable. You have Isaiah Likely. You don't have Zay Flowers again, which could be a huge loss, but we saw what they did last week without him, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But defense is electric. Roquan Smith, a huge standout linebacker there. I mean, everyone on the Ravens is prepared. They're old, they're veterans. You have some young players too, but you just have a great veteran leadership, and you have an unbelievable team that I think will take this game by at least 3 points. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any team. I think it's going to be very close, but later on within the fourth quarter of that game, I believe that we'll get a late touchdown or a late field goal, and that's how it ends.
So, yeah, as he was saying, it was back in week 4 where the Ravens and Bills took on each other, and it was the Ravens who won 35-10, but since that game, the Bills have done everything they needed to do to win and play great football, even with the lack of receivers, and I think the Bills are going to come to play. Stay tuned for the next commercial break for my prediction, but Mahomes back to throw.
Oh!
Caught by Marquise Brown, and it's going to be first and goal. Wait, it's going to be incomplete.
That was an unbelievable. I mean, what a deep shot. You had 2 defenders on him. Let's look at this again. He catches it there. As he goes to the ground, does he? Oh, that's a cat. Oh,
No.
oh.
That could be a pick.
That could be an interception. Wow.
Interception. Wow. Murray, number 23, gets it and takes it for the interception. Wait, they're not counting as the interception.
I guess not.
That should have been an interception.
They should challenge that. I'm going to tell it what it is here.
At least it's not a catch. Just be happy about that. 2nd and 10. Mahomes back to throw. Similar play, and it's going to be caught by Travis Kelce. Kelce still going to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and down at the 5-yard line. The Texan defenders catch up to Kelce there, and it's first and goal for the Chiefs. So that last play, losing that last play doesn't really matter, as now the Chiefs are right back in that same spot. First and goal, first and 5 yards to the end zone.
Azeez Al-Shaair was the one who was supposed to be on him. He kind of apexed out to the left when Kelce was going in the middle. It was just a simple little sit route there. But Azeez Al-Shaair, I don't know what he was doing on that play. You got 2 missed tackles. They were trying to just get a big hit stick on him. You have to just wrap up and get him down. I know Kelce's not a small player, but Jesus, I mean, 2 missed tackles. Now you're down at the 5-yard line as it gets handed off to Isaiah Pacheco for about a 2-yard gain. Now you're on around the 4-yard line.
So now around the 4-yard line, Chiefs run back out. You can just try to run it in here. Maybe you can get a couple more yards, a QB sneak, or try to do the trick one throw play. It's always not good to throw it right near the end zone, it's easier to win it. But then at the same time, sometimes like Texans have a tough defensive line, and sometimes it's better to throw to catch them off guard. So Mahomes and the Chiefs line back up. Mahomes hands it off to, somehow gets to Worthy. Does he get in? Chiefs think they have it.
Down at the 1.
It's going to be down at the 1. And right here, we're going to see Mahomes QB sneak. Scotter. That would be the smart play. Actually, it may be a bit farther. Yeah, we got to see a Mahomes QB sneak there. Next play.
You see Hollywood Brown come across, fake like he's getting the snap, and then it's just in a little flip around like we saw in the first drive by the Chiefs that didn't end up so well. But definitely very good executed here. Your offensive line was blocking to hell as we see Patrick Mahomes motioning over number 1 Xavier Worthy. His 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line, maybe half-yard line.
Hands it off to Kareem Hunt. Touchdown Chiefs.
Woo!
The Chiefs get on the board as they get into the end zone and make it a 12-3 game. It's the Chiefs who are now starting to pull away.
I mean, yeah, just as Benny said right there, this game was very close for the first few minutes there, but I mean, the last few minutes have just shown complete otherwise. This is just unbelievable.
Now it's Walker up for the extra point. Extra points up, and it's good. So 13-3 is your score. We got Super Bowl 53 score on the board, final score, and 13-3. We will be back in a second. Alright, so yeah, what I was saying earlier before about the Ravens and the Bills. Ravens-Bills. So it was back in week 4. Okay, sorry about that. It was back in week number 4 where they took on each other, and it was the Ravens who did what they needed to do in that game, and they took it 35-10. But since then, the Bills have improved a lot, and with their lack of receivers, they've been able to get done. I think it's going to be a much closer game, a game that comes down right to the end. I think the first half's going to be not a lot of scoring, maybe like 10-3 at halftime. And then in the second half, I think we see some more scoring, tied at 24. I think it's going to be whoever has the ball last. And I'm going to say the Bills are pretty good at doing that, and I think it's going to be, despite my past predictions of saying the Ravens, I think the Bills are going to win this one 27-24 on a last-second field goal.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with him over there. Just the way that the Ravens have played all year, they've been absolutely dominant. It's an unbelievably hard task to stop Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield. It's pretty much 2 running backs, although I hate to call Lamar running back as he's just an amazing quarterback overall. But you have to worry about that too. You're not just worrying about a pocket passing quarterback. You're also worrying about a runner, a very great scrambler who's, it looks like about to be a MVP for the 2nd time in a row. So no, you definitely have a lot to worry. And then Isaiah Likely, you have Mark Andrews. You're missing Zay Flowers, but as we can see from the last few weeks, not the biggest deal to them. I'm sure they love to have him, but this team is dominant all over in every aspect on defense, offense, and special teams as well.
And yeah, most definitely. But there's one more game, and Eagles-Rams. This is a tough one. I think it's going to be another close one. Tomorrow's games are going to be good. And this is the one game I see going into overtime this week. I think we're going to see overtime tied at 27. The Rams get down the field getting a touchdown. And I think it's going to be the Rams defense who's able to show up in overtime. And they're going to take this one 34-27. It's going to be an upset to most, but the Rams got something going. I know the Eagles beat them 37-20 in the season, but I feel like the Rams have figured something out, and I think they're going to take tomorrow's game.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go back to that 50-yard catch and run by Travis Kelce. That was unbelievable. First, you start off with a busted play. Azeez Al-Shaair just completely is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He kind of apexed out to the right towards where receivers were, but his job there was be on the running back. So, or sorry, not the running back, the tight end, I should say. Then you got 2 missed tackles, and you get him down right down to the 5-yard line, and it's just over from there.
Yeah, so we are back, and Chiefs just executed. They got down the field, led by Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs offense able to get it down, and they executed, got the touchdown, currently up by 10. But out now is C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. Stroud, fake handoff to Mixon, taking it back to throw. Now he's going to keep it, and goes gaining about a couple. So C.J. Stroud can't find an open receiver there, decides to keep it and run it, gaining a couple, making it second down for the Texans.
I mean, football is all about a game of inches here. Even if you get 1 or 2 yards, that's much better than facing a 2nd and 10. You're facing a 2nd and 8 here, which is much better. Sounds kind of stupid, but now your receivers don't have to run as deep a routes. So your tight ends can kind of sit back. You can get these little chunk plays here on 2nd down. You can get 4 or 5 and you'll be fine. And then on 3rd down, obviously, you'd want to get the 1st down. But you can kind of relax here. You can kind of just run it if you'd like, as hands off to Joe Mixon and gets a few yards. And it's going to be around a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 3, 3rd down and 2, somewhat around there.
So that's going to be 3rd down for the Texans. And this drive, if they want to stay into this game, they got to do something here, especially now on 4th and out, because if you give the Chiefs back the ball with time left, they could easily get it down the field and set themselves up for field goal position. So Texans here, they got at least run the clock out and keep the ball, even if it's a field goal, long if they're able to manage the clock well and get it down. It should be a positive end of the half. Stroud back to throw, finds Manchin the third, and it's gonna be 1st down for the Texans. A catch. The clock keeps running as they head down the field.
I mean, just a great play there. Got John Mechie the third. Kind of runs just an in-crosser route, and he gets wide open right between the linebacker, right between the corner. Just a great play. That's what I was talking about. You just have to get those little chunk plays there. Another opportunity here for the Texans. I mean, if you get a touchdown here, you're down by 3. And if you're going into halftime, you get the ball coming out of half. So you could easily make this game tied or very, very close. As a rush for around 2 or 3 yards happens on the field.
Even if they get a field goal, it still makes it a one-score game, and that may be the best decision for the Texans here, but Chiefs still do have 3 timeouts. I don't know if they're going to use them, but we'll see that soon. They may just be trying to get down to the half as well, but Texans discussing the play right now. There's a lot they could do here. They could try something the Texans haven't done much, or we haven't seen a lot. Try to do a trick deep play, get someone open. Only problem is that also likely ends in interceptions, especially like in Madden and stuff. Or just try to run the ball, or do a short route. There's a lot of options here, but I'd say do something that does not go out of bounds, at least for now. But if we're throwing it, or just run the ball just to get 10 yards and kick the field goal. And we go to break. What is your prediction for Rams-Eagles?
It's a very tough one here. The Rams have been playing very good for the last few weeks. I mean, we saw one blunder of a game against the Dolphins where they couldn't put up a single touchdown, which a few weeks ago, but it's still something to worry about. I mean, you had Puka Nacua, but you didn't have Cooper Kupp, so that could explain a lot. But last week was just a dominant performance. I mean, defense and offense, they didn't let up a single thing. But then again, that is just Sam Darnold, and he was always a backup quarterback his entire life. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a gray area because the Eagles are unbelievable. They're good in all 3 phases of the game: special teams, offense, and defense. And specifically on offense, I mean, their defense is ridiculous too. But on offense, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, just to name a few. I mean, you have Saquon Barkley. My God, how could I completely forget about that? If you're the Rams, on Sunday, you are worried. You're scared for your life. You have to defend Saquon Barkley, who had his best year, and he's been in the league for so long. I don't know how he put up 2,000 yards this year, but he did. You have to defend A.J. Brown, who is somehow always finds a way to be open, even if it's later on in the game or in the middle of the game. Then you have Devontae Smith, who's a very small receiver, but he's still unbelievably great.
Alright, so we're back, and So recapping last week, so Chargers, they're just showing a play on here. Chargers made it a one-score game, trying to make it a one-score game. It's a attempted field goal, not a one-score game. They just won it back and get their pick 2, we'll say. But so based on my predictions, I got the Chiefs and the Bills in the AFC Championship game, and I think it's gonna be the Chiefs. It's just gotta be the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, I mean, with the way that these Chiefs have been playing, especially in the playoff, it's like they turn it up a notch in the playoffs. We saw that especially last year. I mean, they were, around 10-6 last year? 10-7? Or 11-6?
I think 11-6 sounds about right.
Right around there. I mean, they were showing a bunch of mistakes all year. They didn't look like they were too good. So, yeah, no, I mean, now you're facing down 10 points, the Chiefs. Second and 8 from around the 50-yard line, right in the middle. Stroud takes a snap, steps back, looking downfield, takes a deep shot. Is that caught?
It's going to be caught.
Oh!
Yep. Caught by
John Mechie the third.
Wow. What a catch. That's what they need to do now into field goal range. And maybe they'll be able to get something else besides a field goal here as it's caught.
Wow. Just a great job by him there. I mean, people were speculating that it kind of came out towards the end, but you have Justin Reed's body over him, so you can't really see.
Texans offense lining back up. Menchie the third. He's been a big part of the Texans offense there, but a handoff to Pierce, gaining a couple. It's going to make it a second down. It's going to gain a few yards there. And with 104 left.
If you're the Texans here, I would think about using a timeout within the next 10, 15 seconds. I mean, you're letting a lot of time run down. I understand you don't want to let the Chiefs get the ball back, but if you don't get a first down here and you kind of just blunder, you're leaving a lot of time on the field when you might need it. I mean, now we're down at 40 seconds here as C.J. Stroud takes the snap, steps back, looks ahead, nobody's open, and he's sacked. Oh.
Sacked by number 98 on the Chiefs. Number 98 gets him of Tim Seattle Jr. Jim Settle Jr. And he just gets to CJ Stroud, doesn't even give him a chance to throw the ball. Nico Collins looked to be open there, but that's going to be a stop. And now 3rd and 13. Last chance to be, well, they need to get the first down here or a touchdown.
Yeah, no, you're looking at a very deep 3rd and 13 here. Exactly what I was talking about before. I mean, if you do get this first down, it'll take a few seconds off the clock, so you still have timeouts, but I'm sure you would like a little bit more breathing room. CJ Stroud tonight is 3 for 3 with 38 yards and 3 first downs. As he takes the snap, looking back, 3 receivers to his right. He's going to scramble out of the pocket to the right, and he's just going to run that thing, and it looks like, around 1 yard short. But there's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be against the Texans.
Luckily, they are in field goal range, and they should be able to kick the field goal there. And it's on Shaq Mason, not a surprise. Shaq Mason, number 69. He also used to be on the Patriots for years. And he was penalized a lot as well. So, not a surprise there as Shaq Mason moves the Texans back 5, maybe 10. I think 5 yards. But anyway, it's going to be 3rd and 18. And Texans will probably try one more time and then go up for the field goal. So it's going to be 10 yards. So 3rd and 23. Now back to the 40. They may not even be in field goal range now.
A little run there.
Runs it.
Gets a few yards.
And it's going to be stopped by Dinwiddie Cole. And now out comes Fairbairn on for the field goal before halftime. With 18 seconds left. And that honestly may be enough time for the Chiefs. Hopefully not, but You know, the Chiefs, they could get down the field in 13 seconds in that famous game against the Bills. They can get down there fast to get a field goal or something. But 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left before halftime. And yeah, so do you think the Chiefs are going to be able to do anything?
I don't think they're going to take their chances here. It's always a little bit of a risk, especially if you don't get a good kick return. You're starting around your own 25, 30-yard line. I don't think I would go here and try and risk doing anything. I think I would just kneel the ball out, take it to halftime, and regroup. I mean, even if they get this field goal here, it's going to be a 48-yard attempt by Fairbairn. Snap is good, hold is good, and it's good.
Bailey goes in, but he's going to get it, making it a 13-6 game with 16 seconds left. And yeah, Koo's kick goes in, and we will be back in a second.
Matthew, you need
Alright, folks, and I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to leave you here, Lorenzo, and I'll be right back.
If you're the Chiefs here, I don't think you're trying to do anything fancy here. I mean, you're up by 7 here. You have 16 seconds left. It's not like 30 or 40. If it was 40, I would say, but it's still going to be a return kick out to the 20-yard line. He's still going and going to be tackled around the 25. And tonight, we also have the Washington Commanders at the Lions. I mean, that game will just be ridiculous. I believe that both offenses will be unstoppable for a little bit, but eventually the Lions will take the edge and win that game. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Seven-point game here, going into halftime. Chiefs up by 7. What just a great offensive showcase and defense too. I mean, defense has been kind of locked down here, only allowing up 6 points. And we'll catch you right after halftime.
Alright, and welcome back to our halftime show, and it was an exciting first half. So we got started, big kickoff return for the Chiefs, got them into field goal range. Texans followed that up by a 3-3 field goal. Chiefs eventually went ahead 6-3. There wasn't a lot of offense. Like, the defenses were really showing up. There were a few good offensive plays, but it was really the defensive bout. And then towards the end, the Chiefs were able... The offense is able to show up, led by Kelsey, Mahomes, Worthy. That amazing play by Mahomes to Worthy, getting a lot of yards for the touchdown. It's just an impressive, impressive thing. So let's just set the camera up here. Just a impressive first half by the Chiefs, and then but the Texans still able to stay in it, and then the Texans get a field goal to make it a one-score game again, with getting the ball back at the start of the third quarter. And if they get a touchdown here, it's a tied game, but they also very well can. And Lorenzo, what are your thoughts on the first half?
I think this game is going just about how I expected. I mean, you have a great defense in the Chiefs and a great defense in the Texans, so I was expecting a little bit more scoring from the Chiefs. I will be honest, in that first two drives were kind of a blunder. I mean, you left a lot of points on the board there, especially when you started at the 20-yard line. But no, I think this game is going exactly how I thought. And as a Texans fan, if you're a Texans player right now, you aren't worried at all. You're getting the ball coming out of half, but then you start to worry when you can't put up points when you get the ball starting out of the half. Because the way Patrick Mahomes is, he can snap his fingers within 2 seconds, and this 7-point game turns into a 14-point game. So it's just crazy. What do you think, Benny?
I think both teams, Chiefs, it's basically what we expected in the first half. Chiefs up. It's still a close game, and there's not much to say. The Texans' defense have been impressive. There's been a few great plays on both offenses. It's just excited to see what happens. Either Texans get a touchdown, make it close and exciting, or the Chiefs slowly pull away, and it's a point game. A lot could happen here. But Lorenzo, what's the best play in the first half?
Oh, the best play in the first. That's a very hard one, honestly. There was a lot of good plays, but I think the best play came around towards the end was that Travis Kelce 50-yard reception. He had a busted coverage to start off, then he broke 3 tackles, and that's not easy. I mean, these Texans players are big, and you had 2 linebackers trying to tackle you, and you still got them off you. So, I mean, that was the best. I think that was a turning point. That kind of got the gears going. That kind of led the offense to get their touchdown. Then it led the defense to stop them when Houston was driving down the field amazingly. I mean, it looked like they were about to get a touchdown there to make this at least a 3-point game, but they just stalled out towards the end. And I believe that does have a lot to do with these big plays that we've been seeing from the Chiefs. There's no way as an entire team by yourself, you're clear-headed when these big plays happen. I mean, you let up that big of a touchdown, or sorry, not a touchdown, but a run. It's just crazy. You're looking at third down. Aziz Al-Shair moves to the right when he's supposed to go to the left, and then it's just a big play. Things like that don't usually happen, and it's surprising that it happened to this defense, but that's football for you. The big kickoff return at the start of the game, I mean, that definitely played a factor in the vibes. I mean, coming from someone who used to play football yourself, I mean, you see that as a whole team, you get demotivated. It's not just the offense or the special teams that let that up. As a whole team, you're like, holy shit, that's the way this game is going to go. It's crazy. But I believe that the Houston Texans have held on as most as they could. I mean, if you take away, I don't mean to play, the victim or the devil's advocate here, but if you take away that 50-yard thing to Kelce, and if Aziz Al-Shair was in position there, this game is still only 3 points or 9 points. It could be a 3 to 6 point game right now, but instead that big play happens and they get a touchdown. But Houston has to respond on this first drive. You can settle for 3, but even then you're kind of pushing it. I mean, this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. We're not talking about Andy Dalton. We're not talking about Tua Tagovailoa. We're not talking about Russell Wilson. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, who has had historical seasons. He's very young, very mobile, and just an overall amazing quarterback who will go down as one of the greatest of all times.
Yes, most definitely. And just to change it up a little bit, I'm going to do a different play. I was going to actually say that play because that was a pretty good play, but I'm going to say what I was thinking originally. Xavier Worthy, that big one Past one by Xavier Worthy helped switch up the momentum for the Chiefs for that drive, eventually leading to a field goal. But the Chiefs, and that Kelsey play was pretty good too. But yeah, I think Chiefs been playing pretty good on some plays. But what is the most impressive player in the first half, do you think?
I think I'm going to go with Will Anderson Jr. Oh, hey, DJ. Sorry, my cat walked in the room. I do believe Will Anderson Jr. has been the best player in this first half. Obviously, CJ Stroud and Patrick Mahomes have done very good, and they've led their teams to some points, but Will Anderson has been all over the field. He's had around 2 sacks so far. He's had a 3rd sack, but that counted as a penalty, so, it shouldn't have been a penalty, but it was. He's just showing up in big moments so far. I mean, on 3rd downs, he sacked the quarterback twice. He's getting pressures. He's getting hits, which led to multiple incomplete passes. So I would definitely have to say right around on the defensive side, at least it has to be Will Anderson Jr. as we return to the game.
Yeah, I gotta say, there's been a lot of impressive players, but yeah, I think looking at the defensive side, Chris Jones, Chiefs defense just in total, also Will Anderson Jr. on the Texans side of the defense, they've been able to do what they need to do. And then Kelsey, also with that big momentum drive, Xavier Worthy. There's a lot of good players, but if I gotta pick one, I'm gonna say Chris Jones. And we're back for the second half, and to kick it off, it's gonna be Harrison Butker, and the Texans are gonna receive. Will they be able to get a score here? Hopefully a touchdown and make it a tied game. And 2 returners, Hutchinson for the Texans, down around the 33-yard line. Mr. Larry Bird.
There is a flag thrown at the end of the play, so this could be an illegal block or a chop block. That's where I'm assuming it could be, but I'm not entirely sure here. Let's get all of our stats back up on the board here. It's going to be a holding on the receiving team, so that puts you farther back even more. Not a good start. I mean, these are the things that's on MJ Stewart, number 29. These are things that, whether you realize it or not, even though it's on special teams, this sets your teams back, and it gets in your head. First play of your drive, I mean, it's a negative for around 10, 15 yards, and it negates the return that was brought you out to at least a 30. Now you're sitting at the 19-yard line here. As CJ Stroud at the start of the 3rd quarter takes it, hands it off to Joe Mixon, and he just gets absolutely leveled by number 27. No gain on the play.
So that's going to make it 2nd down. And heading into the second half, what are players we have not seen much of today? Who are some players to look out for? Do you have any in mind?
Players to look out for, especially in the second half, because that's usually when these players turn up, if that makes any sense. Definitely Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Trent McDuffie. I mean, he has already been up. He's very obvious there. As they do a little screen to Joe Mixon, that's going to get around 5 or 6 yards, which kind of looked like a broken play at first. It was a little flip around. But no, definitely Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Trent McDuffie, and I'd say CJ Stroud and Nico Collins for the Texans at least. These players are all great. Will Anderson will continue having a great second half, I should add, sorry, and so will Chris Jones. But if I had to pick 2 players that will have a much, much better second half, it's going to have to be CJ Stroud and a little bias here, but definitely Patrick Mahomes as we face a 3rd down and 3 at around the 25-yard line, 24.
So Stroud back to throw. He's going to hand it off to Mixon.
Ooh.
And gets the 1st down. And there's a lot of players to look out for in the second half. We got Nico Collins. He did a little, but he could do some more, get the ball down the field a bit more. We also have DeAndre Hopkins on the Chiefs side of things. Has not done much. Same thing with Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
Pattered his name a bit, but he hasn't really done much on offense.
Mm-hmm.
2 star receivers, even though the Chiefs receivers haven't performed the best, there's still 2 star receivers that we should look out for and have had great careers so far. And then we also have, of course, CJ Stroud and Patrick Mahomes. Probably the two most, as Stroud hands it off to Mixon again. It's going to make it second in about 2. Probably the two most disappointing season performances by players in the NFL this year. C.J. Stroud, especially. Same thing with Mahomes. Just even though the Chiefs went 15-2, Mahomes didn't play the best, and I think playoff Mahomes. We'll see which Mahomes shows up today. We've seen a little mix of both, so let's see. But good. Those are definitely the two players to look out for. Same thing as him, Stroud and Mahomes. Also, a few of the wide receivers. So C.J. Stroud keeps it and runs it, gets the first down for the Texans, making it 1st and 10. And C.J. Stroud moving his legs today a lot, gaining another first down. So on that play, Stroud can't really find anyone open, so he decides to keep it. And he finds the first down, which all that matters at this point is getting the first down.
Very true. I think the story of this Texans team is just getting plays when they matter most. They didn't have the best record in the league, but they would definitely show up in games when they needed to, especially on 3rd down. I mean, tonight he's around 4 for 4 besides... Oh, this play gets shut down immediately. Looks to be a false start, and that'll put you back 5. These are the things that you can't have happen. You're having a very great drive. It's very put together. You aren't throwing any almost picks. You aren't fumbling the ball. You aren't getting penalties, and there you go. That could be a drive killer right there. Watch out for that.
And moving the Texans back 5 yards. A rough wake for the Texans, and 15-yarders. It's 5 more yards than 10, so now you got to focus on just throwing the ball down the field. That will help, but still 1st and 15. They saw 3 tries. Hands it off to Pierce, and now they got to throw it. They got to throw it deep. It's if they keep running the ball, especially with this Chiefs defensive line, one of the best defenses in the NFL. There's no way, and they're gonna lose 4 yards there. It's just, Texans gotta figure something out.
Man, I just called it right there. I'm gonna tell it what it is. You get a 5-yard penalty, and then you run a play that loses 4 yards, and now you're back at 2nd and 20 when you could have had a first down. You could have had 1st and 10. Then you already got the fact that you're back 5 yards in your head, and now you lose another 4 yards. So C.J. Stroud's going to be lined up, motioning his tight end over. Going to have 4 receivers.
Stroud finds Hutchinson, and 3rd and 5, so just 5 more yards till the first down. That's a gain of 14, but fortunately not enough for a first down, but still a great play by C.J. Stroud finding Hutchinson there. Hutchinson is a name we've been saying a lot today, and with the death of receivers are not so good with Dell and Diggs getting injured. We need someone like Hutchinson to step up for the Texans, and that's what we're seeing today by him. Stroud back to throw, and it's gonna be caught. First down. It was 1st and 15, 2nd and 19. The Houston Texans able to work together and get the first down. Caught by Dalton Schultz. And the Texans are still alive on this drive. It's not over yet. What a few plays by the Texans.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... That was a very high risk of that drive ending, especially after you got that negative 4-yard play. Dalton Schultz tonight has 2 targets, 2 receptions for 40 yards, so he's definitely having a good start to his day. C.J. Stroud take the snap back, going to run out the middle with Joe Mixon. He bounces out to the outside, gets around 6 or 7. It'll look like it's going to be 2nd down and 4 yards.
2nd and 4 for the Texans. Joe Mixon gaining 6 yards there. And Texans aren't... They're playing the Chiefs tough. 1-score game. They're getting down the field. If we have a tie game, though, the Chiefs... It's the Texans defense, which I think if they could show up, and then Texans offense shows up again and pull away slowly, that's a path to a Texans victory. So, current drive, 9 plays so far. Stroud hands it off to Mixon. Was 2nd and 3, now it's going to be, looks like 3rd and 2.
I mean, this drive is just unbelievable. You're taking pretty much by the end of this, if you keep driving, you're taking away half of the entire third quarter, which could be a good thing and could be a bad thing, as you're giving Patrick Mahomes less time to work with. But on top of that, if he does go down and score, which let's just tell it what it is, Patrick Mahomes always does. If they get down a touchdown, you're going to be thinking about this drive later on in the game when if you need to get a touchdown within the last few minutes. This drive is taking around 7 minutes so far and counting. We're almost at 8 minutes. As it's a play action to the right. Nobody's open. He's going to throw it down the field, and that is caught by Nico Collins.
What a catch.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. What? He has had an unbelievable day today. That's going to be around a 10-yard pickup. Looks around that, give or take a few. Unbelievable. I mean, stays in bounds. Ooh. Yeah, he had possession on that. He didn't drop that. Wow. Unbelievable. So now it's going to be first down at around the 25-yard line of the Chiefs.
What a catch by Nico Collins. And CJ Stroud back to throw. A flag. Who does he find? Number 83. Number 83.
It's going to be an offensive pass interference as he kind of pushed off on the corner to get out. Now, here we go again with these big chunk plays that you're getting, but Dalton Schultz gets a 10-yard penalty on pass interference, and now this could possibly kill you. I mean, these are not penalties that are easy to overcome, especially when they're so far. Now it's going to be around 1st and 20. I mean, he is just blocking him completely down the field. What is he doing?
A break for the Texans there, making it 1st and 20. And
this drive's going on for 8 minutes.
Wow, yeah, 8 minute. Yeah, what 7 minutes, 48 seconds to be exact. Hands it off to Pierce. Ooh. Pierce going. So 1st and 20. The Texans gotta do what they did before, and at least they're in field goal range now. But they gotta do what they did before, work together and get a few big plays to get the first down. 1st and 20, a bit worse than 2nd and 19, 1 yard. But I don't know if it's worse. But yeah, making it 2nd and 14. Someone on the sideline there. Yeah, it looks like Nico Collins on the sidelines.
Definitely something to watch out for there. I mean, he's been the leading receiver today. I mean, Jesus, 127 to 18 rushing yards.
And the Texans have it. Stroud back to throw. It's caught by Hutchinson. Is it a first down? He was right at the line.
3rd and inches.
I think he's short. Yeah, they're going to call it short, making it 3rd and inches. But what a catch by Hutchinson. Now, we could just do a QB sneak or something small as that and get it. Even if this play goes to 4th down, I think the Texans go for it, except if something bad happens and they lose yardage here.
I mean, obviously, they're just going to do a little QB sneak here. But if you're the Texans, I mean, I would kind of take a shot here. They're going to run it up the middle, and that play is going to be a first down, but there's a flag, and it might be on the defense for offsides, or could be a false start.
Let's see, the refs discussing there what they decide, and it looks like it's going to be...
illegal motion.
It's going to be on the offense. That's rough for the Texans. Refs have been they've been just against the Texans all day. No surprise. The refs love the Chiefs, but it's gonna... LA? Is that... It looks like it would be... I don't know. Interesting call there, but that's gonna make it 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6, they still got a try to get 1 yard. No, 6 yards. So Stroud back. Motioning, maybe changing up the play. Back to throw. Stroud, going, decides to keep it. Going on the 1. Does he get it? Oh, it's a close one. I don't think he got it. Maybe he did.
First down.
Yeah, first down. How about that?
I mean, just a great effort by Justin Reed at the end of that play, right around the first down marker. He just laid the stick into CJ Stroud, but I mean, that's a first down.
1st and 10. The Texans are hyped as they are getting down the field.
10-minute drive.
Wow, that what a drive for that. There's been some famous long drives. We got 10 minutes going on this drive. That famous Saints Eagles game, that famous 9-minute drive last few years ago in the divisional round. But there goes Mixon, walks in the end zone, touchdown Texans. The Texans did exactly what they needed to do as they get in the end zone. It's a touchdown.
I mean, just an amazing block by the tight end and receivers all over. You kind of had this big mumbo-jumbo of a bunch of players all at the front. They kind of just started shifting to the left, and that just made an unbelievably big hole for Joe Mixon to run through. The tight end motions to the left, then you have him blocking. Mixon goes out to the right. Everyone's kind of pushing towards the left. Number 47, Schultz, is going to just completely get an amazing block on him, and there you go. That's 7 points. As he comes on to kick the extra point, and oh my God, he missed it. He missed it. I jinxed it.
You got that.
Oh God, I got the announcer's jinx. He missed it.
We got the announcer drinks. You said 7. You want to say 7 early as Fairbear's kick is no good. The announcer's drink strikes on our broadcast as the score is going to remain 13-12.
Oh God.
The announcer's drink. Jinx strikes again. It's not 7. Don't speak too soon. It's a 1-point game. The Chiefs still up by 1. That may be a killer for the Texans. Hopefully not. But We'll see as this game goes on.
I mean, if you're the Texans right now, you're a little bit worried about this. Now, I don't mean to look too far in the future because anything can happen on defense and offense. But you let these Chiefs score. They get a touchdown. It's already a 7-point game without kicking an extra point or going for 2. If you go for 2, now it's a 9-point game. So you have to have that in the back of your head the entire time. Although I don't think they would go for 2, but you just have to think about the negatives and positives of that. I mean, not much to be happy about if you're a Texans fan right now. Although you're only 1 score away. But if the Chiefs go down, drive the field, now it's an 8-point game. They can hold on to that.
Yeah, there's a lot. And also, if Chiefs get a touchdown, they may want to do a smart decision, go for 2 if they get it. That makes it a 2-score game again. Also something to look out for. And so just throughout this game, what's something you've noticed a lot tonight?
It's hard to say. I think just the great defensive work on both sides. I mean, we're around an hour to almost 2 hours into this game now, and we only have a combined total of around 25. So, you know, people thought that this game was going to be much more, but this defense, both defenses are playing great. Especially special teams unit for the Chiefs. I mean, they got a missed field goal, and then they also got that 60-yard kick return at the start of the game. So definitely a little bit surprised about the fact that this isn't more high scoring, but these defenses are playing lights out. Definitely something to worry about if you're still down by 1 going into the fourth quarter. Could definitely change waves.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, just I've noticed a lot. There's been a lot of handing off the ball, a lot of defense showing up, but that last drive, teams have been taking their time, not rushing the ball down the field. Something else I've noticed a bit of, and of course, I'm surprised it took that long to show her on the TV, but Taylor Swift is in the house watching the Chiefs game. Not seen her for a while. I thought maybe Kelsey and her broke up, but then if that was the case, it would have been a huge news story. But as we see, she's there.
There and smiling and happy.
Yes, as the Chiefs still have a 1-point lead. So it's going to be Fairbairn, the guy who just missed the extra point to kick off, trying to rebound. Hopefully get a good kick here.
I think it would be the most demotivating thing for Fairbairn if this was to be an explosive kickoff return here. I don't think it will be. Although they are going to return it, but if you miss an extra point, you let up a big return here, that would be huge. As he gets out to the sideline and gets it right around to the 40. I mean, there is a flag on the play. It could be a hold and push him back, but for right now, they're right around the 37, 38-yard line.
That gives the Chiefs really good field position if this stands. Another jinx here, and the Chiefs.
I think
Chiefs
it'll
got
look like it's a hold. Oh, Chris Jones is bent over on the sideline getting some work done to his left calf.
Something to look out for as this game moves on. Chris Jones, a key on the Chiefs' defense, but who are they calling that on? I think it looks like they're going to be calling that on the Chiefs, so it's still going to be 1st and 10. Moves them back a bit, but it's Patrick Mahomes, and what is Patrick Mahomes great at doing? He's great at winning, leading his team down the field, and doing whatever he needs to do to win, and I'm sure we're probably going to see that here, but we got a close game still. We got 13-12, not the most excitingest, but it's one score, so it's actually pretty exciting. Anything could happen here, and as well, even though as I feel like it's more likely Chiefs are going to take it, you never know. You can't count the Texans out. I thought the Chargers would destroy the Texans last weekend. That was all exact opposite happened. That's something that surprised me. But yeah.
I mean, this game is looking a lot closer than what we're seeing. I mean, the score is very close, but if you're looking, I mean, Houston's time of possession is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think I've seen something like this in a very long time. We can look down. Houston has 275 total yards to KC's 123. Houston has 14 first downs compared to KC's 7. And time of possession, I mean, almost 30 minutes to 13 minutes. That is huge in this game. And if the Texans can somehow pull that again in the fourth quarter, you're looking at a very promising win, perhaps, for the Texans. That also strikes the point of what's going to happen this drive with Patrick Mahomes. So if you go ahead and score down the field again, and you go for 2, and now you make it a 7-point game, or if you just go for 1, you make it a 6-point game, I mean, you're still giving Patrick Mahomes definitely a problem either way. He's ridiculously good with late game comebacks. He's ridiculously good with getting the ball down the field. He doesn't have a lot of turnovers. Well, this year in the regular season, but in playoffs, I mean, he's a great player. I believe the rust is kind of showing here. I mean, we haven't really seen this KC team go neck and neck like this so far with this Houston team. And all I'm going to say is if Houston wins this game, this will be a major upset and just an unbelievable game for Houston to go to the AFC Championship for the first time ever as we return back to Arrowhead Stadium.
And as we are back, Chiefs will be starting at, looks like they have them down to the 19-yard line. So Chiefs are moved back, penalty there, and Chiefs line back up. Movement by Kelsey. The last back to throw. Mahomes finds Kelsey, and he's going to get the first down or more, but there's a flag.
Flag on the play. It could
Let's
be huge.
see if it's on the Chiefs. This may be pretty huge in this game. It looks like it's going to be on the Chiefs, and that very well could move. That's going to move them back 5. It's on Trey Smith of the Kansas City Chiefs, number 65. A big break for the Texans, and folks, the Texans are able to hold off the Chiefs here. Texans march down the field. They're gonna take, if they take the lead, they have control of this game.
Absolutely, I completely agree with what he just said. I mean, with their time of possession being 30 minutes to not even half of 30 minutes, you have around 12 and 30. Now it's 30 minutes now, but the yard differential is ridiculous. The time of possession is ridiculous. I do believe that if the Texans can stop the Chiefs here, as Isaiah Pacheco takes a run up for around 6 or 7 yards, maybe 8, just shy of the 20-yard line there. But I do believe that if the Texans can stop the Chiefs here and they get another touchdown, and I would honestly go for 2. I would not try and make this just a 6-point game. You want to make this a 7-point game. The things that can happen with the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hand is ridiculous. Whether it's him running down the sideline, whether him getting a first down by a quarter of an inch, Travis Kelce finding himself a wide open later on in the game. Anything can happen with this team. You need to have a sufficient lead. You can't have 3. You can't have 6. You need to have 7 or 8 or better. As Patrick Mahomes takes a snap, nobody's open as of now. Looking around, I mean, his offensive line is ridiculous. He has so much time finding through, and he's going to be taken down at around the 21, 22-yard line. Which makes it 3rd and about 4. This
Texans D showing up here. And last time these guys played, it was the Chiefs who took it 27-19. And what helped the Chiefs take it more is they made it more of a one-score game, going up, winning 27-19. If they do that, if they get a touchdown here and do that, that's something that could help the Chiefs out a ton, making it a 9-score game. And help them win last time. Part of why.
Patrick Mahomes is going to take the snap. They're 2 for 5 on third down tonight. Takes a snap, looking back, going to dump it off right to Travis Kelce. That's going to be a first down at around the 35-36 yard line. And Kelce is absolutely pumped up with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. What's new?
Mahomes finds Kelce there open. That's a first down, just gets enough, and Chiefs able to rebound from that penalty, and it's 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Kelce hyped up, Taylor Swift goes back on the TV, and it's 1st and 10 for the Chiefs, but Kelce now on the sideline. Interesting move by the Chiefs as the Chiefs line back up, out, have a receiver out far left. Mahomes drops the ball but picks it up, rebounds. It looks like we may have a big play there. He decides to keep it, go rolling. Mahomes going, trying to gain yards, and he's going to be down at the 39-yard line.
Oh, and
now
a flag.
Oh.
He had 2 defenders colliding into Mahomes he wasn't fully down there, but he was about to go down, and then you have 2 defenders just hit into him. Just a crucial mistake. As we could see with the AFC Championship last year, the year before, unnecessary roughness, just horrible. You cannot have this. This is your only chance to stop them. On Henry Toto. He slides. They hit each other. They don't hit Patrick Mahomes. They hit each other. In fact, it should be a roughing penalty on each other, not on the Chiefs. I don't really understand that there. And Russell Yerk is going to explain on how this should not be a penalty, but it's the Chiefs. Now the Texans have 8 penalties for 82 yards. As Patrick Mahomes takes a snap, flips around, has pressure in his face, going to dump it right down, and who's that going to be? Noah Gray.
Noah Gray, someone who has stepped up for the Chiefs this year. Kelce not performing the best. When he's not performing the best, Noah Gray is someone who's shown up for the Chiefs this season. Someone to keep an eye out for as this playoff goes on. So, Chiefs line back up. It's 2nd and 4. Back out there, we got Marquise Brown, Xavier Worthy. Movement for Xavier Worthy going far. Mahomes back to throw. Can't find everyone. The Texans get to him, making it 3rd and 4.
I'm going to tell it what it is. Those 2 penalties against Patrick Mahomes, for Patrick Mahomes there, that is just ridiculous. You had the Will Anderson penalty at the start of the game, which wasn't even roughing the passer, and then that one right there. They hit into each other. They made absolutely no contact. Maybe their arm hit Patrick Mahomes, but they initiated the hit before he went down. I just believe that these refs are genuinely for Patrick Mahomes, and they're trying everything they can to make them win this game. But the Texans are holding on pretty good here as they take a snap from the 3rd and 4 at around the 40-yard line. Give or take 41. Motioning out Noah Gray. Takes a snap, looking back. And, what an amazing catch. Although it's going to be a first down by Noah Gray.
Noah Gray gets it for the Chiefs there, and Noah Gray once again showing up for the Chiefs. That's gonna
short. That is short. Has to be short.
Is it short? Yeah, that's gonna be short, folks. I don't know. Let's see what they call it.
I called it a first
Chiefs
down.
obviously think they got it, and so the refs, I think they just call it a first down. And let's see what they call it. 4th down. Okay. So 4th and inches. Probably see a QB sneak here. Maybe a run by Pacheco or Hunt. But interesting fact in this Texans-Chiefs matchup of their history. Chiefs lead the all-time series at 10-5, but the last 4 games have all gone to the Chiefs. Going back to 2020 when that famous 51-31 playoff matchup where the Chiefs were down 24-0 at the end of the first quarter and were leading at halftime. So that's going to do it for the third quarter. 13-12. That's your score, and we will be right back in a second. And a one-score game heading to the fourth quarter. What do you see happening in this fourth quarter? Who's going to take it?
I think it's the Chiefs. At the rate that this is going, I mean, if they get one more very good penalty, I mean, these are not small penalties. It's not 5 yards, it's not even 10 yards. It's 15-yard penalties each time. This is the second time it's happened, especially on that third down there. I believe that the Chiefs they're not going to get stopped here, barring an interception or a tip throw or a fumble. I believe the only way that the Chiefs will be stopped is by themselves. I don't think this Texans team is playing with much hope right now after seeing the last 2 penalties that have been called against them. You just gotta kind of try your best here and control what's controllable, and everything else is out of your control here.
Yeah, and I think, how this is going, the Chiefs, they get down the field. I think they're going to get down the field and get a touchdown here, go for 2 and get, making it a 21-12 game, and making it a 2-score game. So that'll make it tough for the Texans. I think the Texans get a field goal, making a 6-score point game, but Chiefs get a touchdown answer, officially taking this one 29-15. So 4th and 1. Let's see what the Chiefs do here.
I don't believe they're going to do a quarterback sneak here. I think it's going to be a little bit too predictable. I think they're going to try and run it up the middle, but obviously we'll see with the formation. I think this is a great call to go for it on 4th and 1. I mean, it's an even better call if the Texans stop them here. So we'll see what they're lining up in. Yeah, it's not going to be a QB sneak. You have a few tight ends to your left. You have Travis Kelce in front of you, and you have Gray in motion. And they're going to be falls forward for a first down.
They got it.
Are we surprised? Not one bit. Not at all.
The Chiefs are going to get it for the first down, and Kelce gets it. Hunt gets it and breaks through the Texans' D-line, just getting enough for the first down. And now Chiefs are in a pretty good spot at the start of this fourth quarter. And
I expect them to get a touchdown here as Patrick Mahomes takes a snap, hands it off, and he's just rushing through all the way down. He's getting pushed more and more. What should have been a 2nd and 5 turns into a 2nd down and 1 or 2 with 14 minutes left in the fourth, and a little bit of aftermath activity and no laundry on the field as of now, but just an amazing play by the entire offensive line and awareness to keep pushing him down the field. Now you're facing 2nd and 2 instead of possibly 2nd and 6 or 7, and Kareem Hunt, I mean, just a very, very hard runner here.
Yeah, and what a rebound for Kareem Hunt. Released by Browns about a year ago. The current drive, 9 plays, 55 yards. And signed the Chiefs this year when they needed a running back. As Mahomes throws it, it's caught by Kelce to the 10 and down around the 10-yard line, around the 9. And just what a rebound for Kareem Hunt. Takes over for injured Pacheco, and he plays phenomenal, and also was a key player in fantasy for a few weeks. A great pickup of mine in a few leagues, and what a rebound, and then still playing pretty good even with Pacheco back.
Yeah, I mean, he took a very big hit at the end of that, but this is exactly what I expected. Now you're at 1st and goal. This drive has been going on for around 6 minutes now, or 5 minutes. This is 9th career playoff game with over 100 receiving yards. I didn't expect anything less, but last few weeks he's been kind of slow. As Patrick Mahomes is going to step up, and he's sacked. There is a flag down the field, but as of now, Will Anderson has him down around 5-6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This flag could be a defensive, or it could be an illegal shift. Let's see what they call it on the field here. I did see a little bit of pre-snap motion. It's going to be an illegal shift. That'll be a 5-yard penalty here. Penalty will be declined, and they'll take the 2nd down with the sack, as you should. Now it's going to be 2nd and goal with around 5 to 6 yards before. Juju Smith-Schuster motions over to the right side. Gets in motion. Number 1 is over to the left. He was still moving, so pretty easy penalty there. As they're moved back around 5-6 yards at around the 12-yard line now. Patrick takes the snap, looking straight, almost sacked again. He keeps going, turns it upfield, looks like he's going to throw, and then pushed out of bounds, and no flag, although the entire crowd is cheering for one. Will not get a flag. Thank God. That would have been a horrible penalty.
And Mahomes keeps it there, and yeah, they're not going to give them the flag there, but looks like they could, but yeah, so Chiefs get out of bounds. 3rd and goal now as they line back up. 12-play drive, pretty impressive. In formation, Hopkins on the far left, Kelsey on the far right, Mahomes back to throw. Mahomes tries to keep it for the 1-2. Unbelievable! Kelsey just stands there, touchdown Chiefs. Oh, what a play by Mahomes to Kelsey. Who else catches it? His 11-yard receiving touchdown. Who else but Travis Kelsey? 13 play drive.
I mean, there is no words for what we just saw there. 13 plays, 81 yards in 8 minutes. Patrick Mahomes is being sacked as he's throwing the ball. He's halfway to the ground. He throws the ball, and somehow Kelsey comes up with it. I mean, if this is not something that you can only see from Patrick Mahomes, I don't know what it is. He is special. He's unbelievable. I don't know if I can name another quarterback in this entire league that can make that same throw. I mean, he's halfway down to the ground. His legs are behind him. His body is halfway down. I mean, just ridiculous. He's being pulled to the ground, makes the throw with no feet on the ground, and it's a touchdown. Unbelievable.
On the play, it's now a 20. And there's the score on the thing, as a little surprising, decide to go for one there. But the Chiefs now are making it a 20-12 game. And it's looking pretty good for the Chiefs now. So, are the Texans, do you think the Texans are going to rebound on this drive? It's going to be tough, but
I think after that little touchdown throw there, that's dehumanizing. I don't think as a defense you can really come back from that. It's just a ridiculous throw. Any other quarterback, either that ball goes around 2 yards ahead of him and falls incomplete, or something else happens. I mean, only Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey have that kind of connection to the point where that happens. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I believe that the Texans are going to be inspired on offense to get back, but they are down by 8 with around 13 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And even if you do score, you're very depending on a 2-point conversion here, because you do not want to go for 1 point in the 4th quarter here after they just took around 8 minutes off the clock. Say you have another 6-minute drive, 10-minute drive, and then you're left with around only a few minutes left, and you're still down by points. And knowing Patrick Mahomes, he is absolutely not going to let that happen. He's not letting you get the ball back. And for all you know, that could be another touchdown. They're going to be ending up kneeling like they did a few weeks ago. Just a ridiculous masterclass from Mahomes tonight.
yeah, and I think it's the Chiefs taking control of the game. However, yeah, it's just an unbelievable play. It's just the Chiefs are back. The good Chiefs are back, and it's scary as they're trying to win their 3rd Super Bowl championship championship, and they're trying to three-peat just like Somers did this year. And it's Chiefs are if they win this game, they take on the Bills or the Ravens. It's gonna be tough for whoever wins the Bills-Ravens game. It's not gonna be promising, but I'm hoping that if they come up with a game plan, they may be able to get it done. But it's just the Chiefs. This is a dynasty. Mahomes has already won 3 Super Bowls. If they three-peat and win this one, he probably will become, and at least in my mind, he'll probably be up there with Tom Brady. He probably is like the second best QB ever. It's just already, it's good. He's already in his short career played phenomenal, and it's just gonna get better as there's a whole like 10 or more years left in his career. So Bucker is gonna kick it back off, and it's gonna go. It decides to run it out of the end zone. Hutchinson, there goes Hutchinson to the 30.
Oh, he's still going up.
Down at the 30.
33 or 34 yard line.
Looks like 32. I don't know. 32. They're showing that play again. That's just an unbelievable touchdown.
It's ridiculous.
Kelsey just stands there. And a 20-12 score as. So while we go to commercial break, I'm gonna quiz you on some sports. So let's see how good you are at sports. So
let's hear it.
Who won Super Bowl 51?
Oh my God! Can I get a year on that?
2016.
2016. I know it wasn't the Eagles here now. Oh my God. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
You are correct.
All right.
Now let's do who won Super Bowl. Who won Super Bowl 48?
Can I get a year on that?
2013.
Oh my God. Wow. Baltimore Ravens.
Nope.
Ah! God.
You got two more guesses.
2 more guesses. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. 2000. What year is this again?
2013 Super Bowl 48.
I'm gonna go with not a shocking guess here. Patriots?
Nope.
2013. Wow.
Patriots won Super Bowl 49 against the team that won in Super Bowl 48. That's the
Giants.
Nope.
Oh my God.
And the answer is the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow, that was 2013. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know that. I went by, and that Super Bowl was the Seahawks who dominated.
Oh yeah.
Dominated.
Yeah, they killed. What's his name? The Broncos, right?
Yes,
the Broncos?
you are correct on that.
Well, yeah, that was just an absolute masterclass from the Legion of Boom there. That let up nothing. It's crazy.
And now, let's do who wears number 10 on the Patriots?
Number 10 on the Patriots.
Currently, yeah.
Drake May?
Yes.
All right. We're in here.
Let's do, there's a lot.
There's a lot of stuff. Let's get one more and then we'll be back to this game here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know the answer to these. Who broke 2,000 yards this year?
Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
All
Okay.
Right. All right, we're back.
And yeah, we're back. So let's see what the Texans have up their sleeve here. It's a really last chance. If they can tie it up, we got an all-night-up game, and they tie it at 20. Chiefs make it 27-20. My score prediction becomes correct. But back to throw. C.J. Stroud finds, it looks like Herb Smith Jr. Yeah, Herb Smith Jr. And it's going to be 2nd and 8, only gaining 2 yards there.
Mm-hmm.
So, second half drives. First drive, there's only been 2 drives in the second half. That is insane. We're 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That is insane. The first drive was about 10, 11 minutes, 15 plays. The next drive was 13 plays by the Chiefs. Stroud back to throw. Fine.
Deep shot.
It's going to be caught. Nico Collins. He shows up when he's needed to, and it's caught around the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Texans. There goes Nico.
I mean, that's just such a great job by Nico Collins right there. Sells his route a little bit to the inside and just gets open on the side. I mean, even better throw by C.J. Stroud. He has 2 defenders right in his face getting tackled by. Is that Chris Jones right there? Just unbelievable job there.
Yeah, what a play. As now, 1st and 10 in pretty good field position. They go around the 50. Actually, around the 40. Stroud back to throw. And just not a good pass to Mixon there, making it 2nd and 10. It wasn't even accurate. It wasn't even far enough. Just bad accuracy there, and making it 2nd and 10 for the Texans. But both teams still have 3 timeouts left, giving them something to look out for, giving them time. Nico Collins back to the sideline.
I think the biggest thing here is how long will this Texans drive go on for? How many minutes are you going to work with if the Chiefs have a longer drive again? Even if it's a 4 or 5 minute drive, you're working with at least another minute or 2 with this drive alone, barring any penalties or first downs or whatever. 2nd down and 10. C.J. Stroud takes a snap, pressure in his face, immediately throws it up. One hand, dropped right at the end. He had it for a split second there. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Getting a little bit worried here.
Jared Wayne had it, and he drops it.
Oh, right in his palm.
What a shame. What a play that would have been. He had it, and does not hold on, making it 3rd and 10 for the Texans. C.J. Stroud basically has to do something similar here, but actually succeeds and have the receiver catch the ball. So 3rd and 10.
Looks like they're going to be blitzing some linebackers here, and they are. One's through, and that ball is down immediately.
Chiefs defense comes up on Stroud, and now at 4th down. Question is, are they in field goal range? Are they going to kick the field goal? Are they going to go for it? It's 4th and down, or are they just going to punt it away?
I think you got to... I mean, right here, you have an inside gap through Justin Reed. He is right through. That offensive line has no chance. Tried to get the ball off, but... I mean, that was just a perfectly timed blitz by the safety, Justin Reed. Not a single second to even think. It's going to be 4th down and 10 from here now. Now the real question is, do you go for a field goal or do you punt it? And play clock's at 5. They seem to be going for it here. And they go for it. They snap the ball. Pressure in his face, out to his right.
56 on Stroud,
and he's down.
And that may seal it. That may seal it, honestly. A rough week for the Texans as the Chiefs are celebrating. Chiefs fans are hyped as I think that just sealed it for the Chiefs personally. Even the Texans get back. The Chiefs have the momentum now. They should be able to drive down, at least get something on the board. It's looking pretty good for the Chiefs right now.
I mean, here's the big problem with that. You were at 2 seconds on the game clock right there. You're rushing. Your receivers aren't fully prepared. Your quarterback isn't prepared. Your offensive line is rushing to get that ball snapped off. You needed to take a timeout. If you're going for it on 4th down and 10 or 4th down for any matter, I understand you want to save your timeouts. But in that situation, you need to take a timeout there. Or you take the penalty and punt it away. But you cannot rush it because we saw what just happened. The offensive line wasn't set properly. He got blockers in his face immediately and was about to get sacked and just had to throw that ball away. There was no hope there.
And now 20-12, Chiefs have the ball. The Texans needed that, and I think that seals it for the Chiefs. But I don't think I finished my prediction. So we have a Lions NFC Championship game. I see the Lions taking it, and then my Super Bowl prediction, as some of you may know, I think it's gonna be the Lions taking it over the Rams. No, over the Chiefs. Sorry. I think Lions are going to end the reign of the Chiefs. The Chiefs are playing today. I don't know. It's kind of scary. But hopefully the Chiefs aren't able to three-peat. And, we can finally have someone new winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know. This game is just very getting out of reach. All it takes is one play, and we just saw that one play. And if they get even 3 points here, it's game over. It is game over here, I believe. With only 9 minutes left, you're failing to get first downs. You're failing to get touchdowns. You've only gotten 1 touchdown all game. I mean, Let's tell it what it is. This Chiefs team is ridiculous, and I believe they will make the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, and as much as we don't want to see it, it's going to happen. You just got to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens and Bills are probably going to play them tough, but just the Chiefs, too good. And, what's your Super Bowl prediction?
It's a good one. All right, so I think for the Super Bowl, it's going to be Lions and Ravens, or the Chiefs. I don't know. I really would love for the Ravens to make the Super Bowl, but this team, Kansas City team, is unbelievable. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And who would you see winning that?
If it's the Chiefs, I see the Chiefs winning that. They have the most experience in the Super Bowl. You have the most experience in the playoffs. You have the most experience everywhere. You have veteran players, a veteran head coach, a veteran quarterback, who's quite honestly one of the greatest of all times. I don't know. I believe no matter what team makes a Super Bowl, if you're going up against the Chiefs, you're going up against an unknown force. You're going up against a team who has seen the Super Bowl plenty of times in the last 4 or 5 years than any team has seen in history. The Dolphins have only seen it a few times since the 1900s, and the Chiefs over here have seen it what looks like can be 3 times in the last 3 years. So we'll see, but I don't think it matters what team they're playing. I do believe the Chiefs can and will win.
So just showing the last play again on the screen, just recapping it. C.J. Stroud, Chiefs defenders came on him right away. The Texans O-line didn't really help C.J. Stroud on that play, and they just came down right on him. And, so Mahomes, fake handoff, throws it to Worthy. Worthy going. That's going to gain, I don't think, so 2nd and 9 now. No, 3rd and 9 now, gains nothing there. And tune in tomorrow on the Somer Sports broadcast, as I will be calling, assuming it's not 100%, if we may have to postpone it to next weekend due to the snow, but we plan to call the Ravens and a Bills game. So tune into that tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. So Mahomes in formation, back to throw. Can't find someone open. Throws it. Incomplete. Tempted to Juju Smith-Schuster. And another
huge. I'm going to cut you off there, Benny, but that is huge. That is I think the biggest play of the game. That wasn't even a play. Getting that incomplete pass with 8 minutes and 39 left, getting the ball back, you need to drain this clock. Either you score fast or you drain this clock. There's no in between. If you leave Patrick Mahomes with even 2 minutes, we've seen him left with 13 seconds and he scores. He is unbelievable. You're going to have good field positioning here. Moderate, I should say, sorry. But the matter of the fact is you need to score here. You need to get a 2-point conversion, and you need to get the ball back after doing so. You cannot let him have a long drive and get a touchdown.
And it's caught by Woods. Looks like they're going to put it down at the 10-yard line, and that's not the best field position for the Texans. 20-12 is your score, and let's quiz Lorenzo on some more sports. So, let's do who has won the most Super Bowls?
Patriots.
Long.
Wow. Hold on.
And I didn't say it had to be a team.
Oh, a team who has won the most Super Bowls?
Yeah, it could be a player, it could be a team.
I'm going to go with Tom Brady.
You are incorrect.
Wow. He had 7.
He has 7. There's one more person that has more.
Joe Montana?
Nope. Could be a player, it could be a coach, it could be
a coach. We can talk
owner,
about
it could be anything.
Wow.
I should have mentioned that.
Okay, yes, that would be good.
I'll let you start over again.
Okay, let's see. Could be a player, a coach. Could be an owner.
He's one. I'll give you a pretty big hand. He's one of the best coaches of all time.
Don Shula?
Nope.
Andy Reid?
Nope.
The fuck? Oh my god. Last guess, Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Okay, there it was.
Bill Belichick has 9. He has... Wait, 8 or 9. Whatever, he has the most. He has 6 with the Patriots and 2 with the Giants.
Wow, that's crazy. He has a whole handful of full of Super Bowl rings. All right, what else do you got
that's
for me,
pretty
Ben?
good. Who did the Jets take third overall back in the 2018 draft?
Sam Darnold.
Yes. Good.
I'm on that.
Who did? Let's see. In let's see. Let's go back 2016 draft. Who was taken second overall and by what team?
Oh my God. 2016, Mitch Trubisky.
That was 2017.
Damn it. Okay, let me ask you this question: is this player still active in the league today?
He is. He's not. He's a backup.
Backup now.
And he's a QB.
2016. He was the second overall pick. Okay, it's not Mitch Trubisky. Jesus. Oh, my God, Benny. I think I'm giving up here. What is it?
I'll give you a hint.
Let's hear it.
I'll tell you the team. The Eagles.
The Eagles. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. I know who it is. I don't know. I forgot his name.
Okay, I'll give you another hint. He's the backup of the Chiefs. Backup QB on the Chiefs as Stroud hands it off to Mixon.
Oh, my Carson Wentz.
Yes.
Thank you. God, I knew
Okay.
it was him, but it was just on the tip of my tongue. As we return to this game, here's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Texans. 28 rushes and 24 passes. A pretty even play selection here, but it seems to be passing has worked out much, much better.
So 20-12. This is a crucial drive for the Texans. If they can get...
Oops, sorry.
if they could get in the end zone, tie the game up, we got a tied game, and then hopefully the Chiefs don't fall away. But I think Stroud back to throw. No, he does not get it. Nico Collins drops it, making it 3rd and 6, and the Texans must get something here.
I mean, just a great play there again by guess who? Trent McDuffie. Then not a single chance to grab that ball there. Now you're facing 3rd down and 6, backed up at around the 10-15 yard line here. You need to get this first down. If you don't get this first down, you're giving the ball back with very good field positioning. You're probably going to give the ball back to them at around the 50-40 yard line at least. You need to get this first down here. And then you could think about punting later on, obviously. But 3rd down and 6 with 7 minutes and 50 left. CJ Stroud is going to be empty formation. Takes the snap. Looking straight. Pressure in his face. Fakes it. Tosses it again. And it's going to be, almost intercepted, but lands incomplete. That interception would have absolutely killed it.
They still are they gotta punt it here. It's just too much of a risk going for it. I know you should. It's really the last chance, but now we got number 20 down for the Chiefs. I know it's a bit of a risk, but I think they don't risk it and punt it away. Maybe they get the ball back if the defense is able to do what they did last time, but better not basically guarantee a Chiefs score a touchdown. So number 20, shaking up on that play of Justin Reed, and as he's checked, we'll be right back in a moment. Alright, so this Monday, we got the national championship. We have Ohio State taking on Notre Dame. Yeah, this could be either or, and both these teams, impressive playoffs in the first ever 12-seeded bracket. It was the 7 and 8 seed that both were able to get to the national championship, and this game could go either way. Both teams have been impressive. Notre Dame beating Georgia, a top team. Ohio State beating Oregon, the 1 seed, and
that was a crazy game. That was just an absolute overhaul.
I know, that was surprising. But as the Texans are going to punt it away. So a lot could be either or, but I think it's going to be Ohio State. I think they're the better team. As you saw, they could dominate Oregon, as Townsend said, punts it away. I think it's going to be Ohio State, who... It's not going to be as close as these other games. Ohio State takes it 31-14. What do you think?
I think something similar. I do believe that. Here's my prediction here. I think Ohio State's going to win, but most of the games they're going to be up by 7 or 14. Then Notre Dame might get a little touchdown at the end to make it only a 7-point game, but it's not going to matter because it's garbage time. So I do think they're going to win by at least 7. And if not, double-digit numbers.
Yeah, and it should be a good game. Excited to see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
It could be close. I don't know. A lot of stuff could happen in that game, but as Chiefs line back up, this could be a put-away drive for the Chiefs with doing something here, but they're already on in Texans territory as they're marching down the field, caught near the 40-yard line already. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Chiefs, caught by Kelsey, and it's just looking better and better for the Chiefs. They have a 95.6 win probability right now, so except if the Texans get a pick 6. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for the Chiefs. Even if the Texans get a pick 6 and get the 2-pointer, then the Chiefs still have the ball after that. So, Kareem Hunt
dagger
going. That basically is going to seal it, I'd say.
It's a dagger. We can call this game 7 minutes before it's even over. If there's no fumble or interception here, this game is O to the V to the E to the R. Over.
Mahomes hands it off to Kareem Hunt. And,
It's around 13-14 there,
now 97% win percentage. It's
over.
Yes. So Mahomes, rushing yards today, Texans have 150 compared to the Chiefs 61. Texans dominate on that side. Somehow the Chiefs, whatever, even if they go bad, Hunt gets the first down around the 20, around the 18. Even if the Chiefs, like the Texans, have much more on possession time, like all that, still the Chiefs always find a way to win, and you're seeing that again today.
I mean, if you're looking at this game from a box score, not looking at the actual score of the game, but if you're looking at the time of possession, if you're looking at the total yards, you're looking at the rushing and passing, this Houston team is dominating on all 4 cylinders. But they can't come up in big moments. On 3rd down and 4th down, they've been struggling all day, and it's obvious. I mean, they can't get this ball downfield at all.
Mahomes left to Worthy, and Worthy drops it, making it 2nd and 10, and the Chiefs are already in field goal range, so they're going to most likely score either way.
The only thing that can save you now is a missed kick, a fumble, or an interception. I mean, there's nothing else. They kick this field goal here or get another touchdown. This game is very, very much over.
Yeah, so the Chiefs line back up. Worthy out there. I'm going to keep an eye out for it. Looks like he's going to go far on that play. Kelsey, movement for Kelsey. Mahomes back to throw. That's going to go nowhere, so making it 3rd down. And 3rd and 10, gain of nothing there. But Travis Kelsey, he's hasn't done a ton in this game, but when he's shown up, he has been impressive, getting huge plays for the Chiefs. Mahomes hasn't targeted him nonstop, but when he's targeted him, Kelsey has been able to get the ball down the field, including that amazing touchdown. Just an amazing play by Mahomes. That could be like a top 5 play of the season.
I think that's going to be.
that good.
I think it's going to be Sports Center's play of the week.
Yeah, that's for
barring
sure.
any other crazy things happening in the next 4 games or 3 games. Sorry, but this game is over. Travis Kelsey has been unbelievable in the playoffs. He has the first most receptions, second most receiving yards, and second most receiving touchdowns in the playoffs. Both of these are second to Jerry Rice, and he is an absolutely elite and amazing company.
Very impressive, and only been a few years the Chiefs have been competing, but Mahomes to Worthy gets it right at the line for the first down. It's going to be short, so it's going to be 4th and inches, and out comes, let's see what they decide here. Yeah, Bucker is going to come out for a field goal, trying to make it a 2-score game. Smart move here by the Chiefs.
I think this is probably your best bet here. You don't want to try and get fancy and go for a 4th and 1. You could have a bobbled snap, or just being tripped up before the line. And Harrison Butker has been perfect today. This is only a 27-yard attempt.
Right.
This is bread and butter for him. You put this in, this game is absolutely over, unless it's blocked or something.
That's the
happens,
Chiefs.
but it is the Chiefs.
Kicks up. It's
And
good.
Good. And that game looks to be over.
Yeah. That's gonna seal it
Oh yeah.
for the Chiefs. And not much else to say. The Chiefs, they take a 23-12 lead. 4:38 left. The Chiefs get ready, and they will be hosting the AFC Championship again. I believe this is the 6 out of 7. This will make it 6 out of 7 years of hosting this. Going back to 2018 of hosting the AFC Championship. Of course, the year they didn't host it was last year where they played the Ravens. Ravens had a higher seed. But Chiefs looking to get back, and it looks like we're going to see... It's looking like we may very well see the same thing happen again with the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
Going back to the Super Bowl.
Nobody wants it besides Chiefs fans, but I guess we unfortunately might have it.
But I guess as a Patriots fan now, I could feel the pain of other teams doing it too.
Yeah, listen, man, you guys dominated for so long.
Yeah.
And, now it's their turn.
Yep. Snickers Chef commercial. The guy is off to a great commercial.
I will say, though, so it's been a pretty good game up until the last few minutes. I mean, we already know how this is going to go, calling it from an early standpoint. But besides that, game's been very entertaining. And pretty much everything that we expected to happen happened.
Yes. Yeah. Not most exciting game, low scoring, Chiefs pulling away at the end.
Yeah.
Basically what I thought would happen.
The usual.
Yeah. The usual, but few highlights of the game. What about that jinx extra point
the announcer jinx earlier. I mean, I called that thinking that, hey, this guy's been pretty good all year with it. I thought he was going to get it, but boy, I was indeed wrong.
Yeah. And he's second fantasy, at least up to a certain point in the season. He was second in fantasy kicking after Chris Boswell, my kicker.
Yeah.
I picked him up. Pretty good move there, but Fairbairn's a pretty solid kicker.
True.
Pretty solid kicker. Used to not be as good, but
Definitely.
he's now up there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 23-12 is going to be your score with 4 minutes and 38 left. I mean, the only way that I can see this somehow being in the Texans' reach is you get a touchdown within a minute. That's it. And then a 2-point conversion. Or you don't have to get the 2-point conversion necessarily, but you're down by 11 here. You would prefer to get a 2-point conversion, so it's only a 3-point game. But, I don't know. You still have your 3 timeouts to work with here. You just have to get one blown coverage play, get a touchdown, and that's it. Patrick Mahomes since 2018 has 15 playoff wins. That's more than around 12 franchises have in total. I mean, that's ridiculous.
It just shows you how great this dynasty has become.
Oh, absolutely.
But C.J. Stroud back though trying to do something. And the Chiefs defense just gets all over him. Number 56 on the sack there, and that's 5 sacks for the Chiefs today, 3 for the Texans, and he just gets Schultz just lets him go by, and number 56 gets to C.J. Stroud, and it's pretty much over from there.
Dalton Schultz, we're on a 5 or 6 yard gain there, give or take. Now you're at 4 minutes now. I think the entire Texans team and staff know that this game is over. So.
Yeah, so 3:50 left. Stroud back to throw. Play. It's going to be stopped. Looks like we got a flag now. So it's going to be on the defense. So it's going to be on Mike Dana, number 51, on the defense. It's going to move the Texans up 5 yards. And the Texans are pretty much out of it. Chiefs have a 98% win probability, but they'll take the 5 yards. So C.J. Stroud back in the formation, line back up, Menchine the third out there as well. Stroud back to throw, and he's going to find Hutchinson trying to get something. And if they get a touchdown and get an onside kick, nearly impossible. I'm saying it's possible. It's not, but it kind of is. And Texans are the only current team to never play in a conference championship. Wow, that's interesting stat.
Oh!
C.J. Stroud being sacked, but then throws it to number 33 of the Texans offense. Finds him there. Number 33 of Asugapol. Long name there. And
been a lot of crazy names today.
Yeah. And that's something you find as announcers. There's a lot of confusing names.
Oh yeah. Just taken down. Ugh.
C.J. Stroud taken down by Connor there on the Chiefs defense, and it's just gets nothing there. I think C.J. Stroud was able to find the room, wind up gaining a few yards back, could have just thrown it out of bounds, but and caught by Dalton Schultz. Maybe the Texans they're not giving up. Maybe they'll get something before end of this game. Let's see here. Caught by Dalton Schultz.
Wow.
And
what a way to hang on to that.
Maybe the Texans are going to make this at least a one-score game, and who knows. So it's caught. What a catch by Dalton Schultz. What a catch. That makes it 1st and 10 around the 30-yard line. And Texans, I don't know. What I think is maybe they go for the field goal here and then onside kick it, then go down for the touchdown. They have more momentum if they know they have a chance to get the touchdown. Come on, Chiefs. They got to challenge this.
They're just trying to make this game go on longer for no reason.
Yeah. So it looks like he caught it. He had 2 feet down as he caught the ball. Let's see that again. He got caught it 1, 2. Yeah, more so. He caught that. I don't know. It looks like a catch from here. Is 2 feet down. We'll see what they rule it. It's Justin Reed and number 13 defending them there for the Chiefs. And there for the Chiefs. Number 13 of Najee Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, they're discussing whether or not this is a catch or not, but he kind of got possession at the end there. I wouldn't say that. That's not a catch.
I think it is. Let's see what they call it. 2:27 left. If the Texans get this, they have to pull off the more impossible now, as now you have to declare an onside kick. No, impossible onside kick. And let's see what they say here. The play call
stands.
And that means the Texans, at least in field goal range, I don't know. The vibes I'm getting, it looks like they're going to go for the touchdown. So, 2:27 left. It's 1st and 10. As the Texans organize and line back up. C.J. Stroud. Gone. C.J. Stroud decides to keep it. Back to throw. He's now running it. Throws it.
Oh!
Looked like a
Nico
pick.
Collins, is that
and
a catch? Yes.
Oh my god, what a catch by Nico Collins. Let's look at this again. Dalton Schultz right there as well, but guarded by Trent McDuffie.
They're going tempo here. Trying to throw, and that's another catch. Is that Nico Collins again?
It is
That's
Hutchinson.
sorry.
So Hutchinson makes it a 2nd and 1. I think they're going to get in, but they're letting the clock go down to 2 minutes. Discussing maybe they're going to try to do a play fast here. Did they get it in time? It looks like they did. Back to
and it's a sack.
Yeah, a sack. Gonna lose some more yards there as 2 minutes left.
Woo. And your score is 23-12 with 1:57.
We will be right back after our final commercial break, or after the final commercial break. And let's just look at the stats today. We have Patrick Mahomes with 16 out of 25, 177 passing yards, 1 touchdown. We have C.J. Stroud with 19 out of 28 and 245 passing yards. Both pretty good days by the QBs, and yeah, so pretty good performances as 2 QBs that I guess kind of disappointed this year, but they still made the playoffs. They still did the right things, but yeah, just the performance could have played better.
Yeah, I think with Patrick Mahomes, at least, he's always in the right position at the right times. If you do take away about 6 or 7 wins that came within inches or seconds of them losing, you see a pretty mediocre team here, but they're battle tested, they're playoff tested, and they're Super Bowl tested. This is what they need going down the line.
So we will be back in a second. And we are back. Texans right at the 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do here. As they are back. An interesting fact is the TV controls the game. As I was at the Jets-Rams game there, and one thing I learned at that game is they can't really start the game till the TV guy holds up his hands, signaling that they can. So,
all right, you have to get a touchdown within the next 10 seconds here. You can't waste any more time. You only have 2 timeouts here. I mean, this game is pretty much over. Forgive me, sorry. I thought they had 3. It's over.
Oh, yeah.
Another sack, and he's down. This game is out.
They're going to kick the field goal here. Texans should use the timeout. Not that it will matter. Someone called a timeout here. Probably the Texans, because I don't know why the Chiefs would. But number 56 showing up for the Chiefs today of Carlotis. And That basically. I know it's going to be a one-score game. They're going to go for the onside kick. Especially with adding the rule of declaring the onside kick, that basically seals it for onside kick. And CJ Stroud being helped off the field. Something that you don't want to see from your quarterback, even if the game is over.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, 4th and 14. Kaimi Fairbairn up for the field goal last time he was kicking. He missed due to Lorenzo's jinx. This is going to be a 35-yard attempt. The kick is up. Blocked!
Oh!
And that's going to end it. Picked up by 21. It goes out of bounds, and the Chiefs are going to take this game. The Chiefs celebrate. Texans have one timeout, and with just a few knees left, the Chiefs are going to head back for the 7th year in a row to the AFC Championship game. How about those Kansas City Chiefs doing what they needed to do?
I mean, I told you they were going to turn it up in the second half there. That is ridiculous.
And now the Chiefs fans celebrate as they look to go back. It's Hicks there who picks it off and seals it for the Chiefs. And now they're in formation. They gotta run it, because Texans do have one more timeout. They just gotta get one more first down to stop it. Not that they'll probably call it anyway, but gonna run it there, and it's gonna be 2nd down. See where they mark it. So 2nd down, but it's over for the Chiefs. It's over for the Texans. As the Chiefs are getting closer and closer, it looks like, yeah, they're going to take this one.
Yeah, I mean, this game was very close for the first, I'd say, the first 3 quarters up until the midway of the 3rd quarter came through. Then after that touchdown that they got, everything kind of just went down. How did they...
They lost.
How did they lose a point?
I don't know.
How did they lose a point?
Errors as a broadcaster and, being part of the team, we learn it's not always perfect. It can never be always perfect, and we see it there on the game as it's now 23-11 an error on their scoreboard, but yeah, it's never always perfect, and we're seeing even the professionals could mess up. But Mahomes is going to knee it, walks it back. I don't think the Texans are going to even bottle at the timeout, but that makes it 3rd down.
And what's new? Chiefs take this one 23-12.
And that basically gonna seal it. We'll see. It is 3rd and 10, so get one more knee. Get it down to 20 seconds. Texans no longer have that timeout. Oh, confetti is out in Kansas City. They're already celebrating as Mahomes is gonna take it back, trying to get a few seconds, takes the final knee, and that will do it. That's going to get it down to about 8 seconds left. And the Chiefs are celebrating. Andy Reid is the 4th head coach in the NFL history with 300 wins. It looks like this is going to be
Only
his...
Don Shula, Bill Belichick, and George Halas above you. Above him, sorry.
Well, and it looks like it's going to be Andy Reid's 300th win as well. So another impressive milestone here. Mahomes took a few weeks off. He had a kid. He came back, and they did what they needed to do against the Texans. And play clock's going to run out 4th and 15 with 15 seconds left. They're going to punt it back to the Texans. Not that anything is going to happen. They already have the Chiefs in on the bracket, hosting the AFC Championship game next week. And it looks like Chiefs, as the Super Bowl logo predicted, they may be going back to the Super Bowl. But got enough with the confetti. There's still 15 seconds left. I like to call it, wait till it's official to officially call it.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much official. But 15 seconds left. These Chiefs fans are just... You never want to celebrate too early. Bad things could happen. You could be a kickoff return, and then when you get it back in the kickoff return, you can fumble it. You just... never know. Or an onside kick could happen, but looks like they are gonna punted away. It is a 2-score game, so it's looking pretty good for the Chiefs. So they're taking it back for a safety.
In the back.
Get some time off of the clock.
Took around 6 seconds off.
That is going to be a safety. And that's still going to be a
9-point game.
Point game, so it doesn't do much. And now it's going to be a 23-14 score, so add some points on the board with 9 seconds left. A safety. And there's going to be a kickoff return. Won't affect anything here. That takes 6 seconds left off the clock. 6 seconds off the clock. And kickoff return. If we can get a kickoff return, the best we could probably make it is a 1-score game if they go for 2. Then we got to get an onside kick where he runs it back right for the touchdown. Otherwise, there still wouldn't be enough time left. But even with the kickoff return, if he runs it back, there wouldn't be enough time left. It's really unlikely. But the Kansas City Chiefs going to host another AFC Championship game. Mahomes and the Chiefs are hyped, and
so is this crowd. I mean, how could you not be? I think a lot of people, I heard a little bit of cheering, but they know the job's not finished, and they know what this quarterback and this team is capable of. They're ready to go to another Super Bowl.
Yeah, most definitely. As with 11 seconds left, Chiefs line backed up. Let's see what the Texans have up their sleeve. Doubt anything will happen, but the kick is off. No, he's just practicing. Now getting ready to kick it off. As it's going to be Bucker. And this is very well could be the last play of the game. Maybe get one more throw and play in the game. But it's pretty much over. And it's going to be bouncing. Picked up by Pierce. Chiefs get him down. 7 seconds left. So
with all the confetti on the field.
Yeah, that's just not right. That's just not fair. The Texans that they did that, but nothing you could say about that. Chiefs are celebrating as 7 seconds left. Chiefs are gonna line back up. Chiefs have a 99% chance to win. 99.9.
99.9.
It looks like Stroud's just going to knee it. Nothing they could really do there. There wasn't really a point. And the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take this one. They advance to 16-2 on the season. The Chiefs will host the AFC Championship game next week. What a game. The Chiefs are able to get it done. Lorenzo, what are your final thoughts on this game?
I don't know. I think... Hey, DJ. I think this game definitely went the way that we both expected. We knew that the Chiefs were going to win, but Houston put up a fight for a good 3 quarters, but then they kind of gave up after their they missed the PAT. But not surprised. Maybe this Houston team will come back better next year, but as far as we know now, this dynasty continues in Kansas City.
Yeah, Chiefs just gonna... I think they played like the regular Chiefs do. They got it done. 2-score game as well, not a 1-score game. Impressive by the Chiefs. And I think Chiefs continue. Texans got a few things to figure out heading into next year. They just gotta figure it out. CJ Stroud, and I don't know, maybe boosting the offensive line. But yeah, the Texans. They were a good team last year, and I think they could very well be a top team next year. Just give them one more year, and so I think they're gonna do some stuff this off season, but we'll see. But
absolutely,
yeah. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm Benny. I'm here with Lorenzo. The Chiefs are gonna take this one 23-14. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Tune in to Ravens Bills tomorrow if the snow
subsides,
disappears, and yeah. So I'm Benny. This is Lorenzo. The Chiefs take this one 23-20. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.